2 monitors?
Me too, I have 2 monitors.
Did you guys know? I have 2 I don't have 2 monitors. I have 1. That's all I need.
It's time to get another one. Once you get one, you'll realize how stupid you were for not having 2 monitors.
Fuck you, man.
It's true!
No, yeah, having 2 is so much better.
Yeah, but I don't need to.
That's what you tell
There's not a
yourself.
situation where I would need
Get
to.
your
I own a phone.
stupid butts off the screen! Just pulling up one single letter. Stop!
I was waiting for somebody to say something.
Hey, what do you mean waiting for somebody? Everybody was literally doing the same thing you were doing.
Attack animation.
Attack animation H.
Alright, so let's get this. I'm recording, right? So let's get this started. I'm so hungry.
I'm so...
Why?
I'm so hungry.
Look, that's enough. Let's get this. Let's get this
Okay,
going.
okay.
Alright.
Playing with toys.
Hang on, this is what...
Managing like children here. Oh my god. Alright.
It works!
Of course you can
Oh
put
my God.
emojis.
Well, I
That's
didn't know if it would embed.
It's
I don't
just
know
an
the font.
emoji.
Well, the font might just send it to hell, you know?
Yeah, like square or something. So, just to like, you know, remind you of what.
Fuck.
That's
Nice
a
one.
no. You have to copy the emoji from Google, whatever. Or
It
something.
didn't work.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
fuck.
Please.
Where's the button? Where's the button? Yes, okay, there's the reset theater.
I don't have that button.
Reset theater.
It's not
Bot-
even rendering properly.
Bottom right. Yeah,
You
thank
have to
Just
God.
scroll down inside of it.
Oh, this is awful.
Oh,
I can't even get rid of it. Oh, I can suppress it. Oh, there you go. Thank you. My god.
So
Ollie.
suppressing.
Yeah, the eye. I swear to God. Alright, so
I don't
Just
feel
like-
welcome.
just a, like a recap, you know, of last time. So you all crashed landing in Kamani Plaza. Ever since then, you established communication and were told to go to 4 Operating Base Saber to get more info and like figure out where to go next. And on the way there, you go pick up Garcia. Well, you didn't pick him up. You just kind of met him, found him alive and well, just helping civilians. Escorted that bus, and after that, Garcia went on his way towards our 4 Operating Base Saber as well. And you all just went on your own way towards it and found the kid in the middle of the way. And now, after 5 hours since crash landing, it is 11 a.m. at the moment. You've arrived at 4 Operating Base Saber. And let me just... Right, so, just a reminder, in total you had 36 hours, and I think after 5 hours, and now it's gonna be 10 more hours, because you're gonna do a full rest, which means,
These are real-time hours, right?
yes. Well, again, you can always... What do you mean real time out? No! In world, in universe.
He is
They-
not listening.
I
They
am.
lock you in
You
that
just
fucking
confused
place
me.
all day.
No, I mean it's real hours. Real hours in game. Okay, in game time.
Logan's
And
been kept in prison for like the entire week, and now is this opportunity to be silly. Gotta let it
I'm unleashing the beast.
out.
so, yeah, like I said, 10 hours is gonna pass. We're gonna deal with downtime now, which is that part of Lancer where you let your character develop and pick up extra stuff before going on a mission, as well as, you know, leveling up, but we already sorted that out. But I'll introduce you as we go, but downtime is like per turn basis. But before we get into that right away, first let's do like the little section of, you know, arriving at the base. So, when you finally like arrive at 4 Operating Base Saber, you immediately like can tell from, you know, from the disc that this is indeed 4 Operating Base Saber, because your interfaces themselves lit up and, you know, pointed the markers towards forward Operating Base Saber, right? So, and you're beaten up mechs, you know, all scratched up, missing parts, some overheated, and so on and so forth. once you start to, immediately approaching it, you take notice. It's a sprawling complex, and it is very much abuzz with activity. You still hear the distant gunfire as you enter it, but the sounds of the forward operator base saber really start to like come in as well. You hear machinery moving, you hear, some distant idle soldier chatter, things like that. And you do notice how a lot of the fortifications and other buildings are still work in progress. And not only that, Lolo, what? You don't see the map?
It's just a blue square.
Blue square.
I'll just reload.
There's no vision on this one.
Continue.
Is there vision on this one? No, there isn't. Sorry.
I can see it.
Alright.
Yeah, I can see.
I just wanted to
Yeah,
say.
there we go. I can see it again now.
Nice.
I don't know what happened.
So, you notice that a lot of the fortifications are prefabricated, like, rapidly built. So, as soon as you all get, within shooting distance, both mechs and also the turrets that are placed atop the walls, your citizens are immediately bombarded with like automated identification queries, which is several pop-ups on your HUDs, and just as quickly as your IFF codes are transmitted and authenticated, all of those targeting warnings vanish off immediately off your sensors, and the defenses around the turret stand down. So, and for the first time since you landed on Cressidium, you feel like you can relax, if only for a moment. And now that the defenses are powered down, you all start, enter forward upper base saber, as it on its open gate. Pull up something here and at the stage. Okay. So, now that you're all beginning to step inside the forward upper base saber, Rio herself pops up on your screen. Rio pops up on the screens, and she pops up with a smile, as well as a quick sigh of relief, and she speaks to you. Lancers, I'm glad you've all finally made it to full operator base saber. We've seen you move across the city. It's quite the mess, but have you encountered Garcia yet? This is like any of you to respond. This is for all of you at once. So whoever wants to, respond to Rio.
I mean, I can do it. However, never mind. That's a different correct. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, like, he's like with us, right? Like, bro pulled up in the giant APC bus.
No, Garcia was...
Yeah, we were transporting him, but he isn't coming with us.
Yeah, he wasn't coming with you. He was just... He stayed over to finish up with the with the last cargo, and then just dealt with the remaining of the LSA forces he was with. He did say he would meet up over at Forward Upper Base Saber. But, Rio is very much out of the loop on that circumstance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can explain basically the entire situation, and if there's anything left over inside of the mechs, like recordings of the fights, I mean, I can probably use my little drone to, like, have some kind of recording of battlefield data and be like, hey, this is what happened, and Archetype will be umming and ahhing, looking around the cockpit for the right button to press to say, hey, this is where we last found Garcia, this is what was going on.
I don't know if Burger is typing something to respond to Rio, or...
Sorry, I was just mashing keys.
That's what you do, you just press buttons until something happens.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Archetype, like you said, shows off the recordings, right? With the little streaming drone. Well, in this case, Rio just takes it, like, real quick, right? Because, she's an HP, she just gets the transfer data right away. Kind of like speeds run through it, skimming it, but she gets all the information. She gets all the information, and after that, she...
Instead of the VOD.
The VOD? She...
Rio, can you clip that?
Rio? Can we get a reel on that?
Actually, no, not even joking, yeah, actually, the Archetype would be, like, quite, like, hey, check out this bit where I was really cool.
That's it. The rest of the fire team spams like pom-pog in the chat.
So, Rio lets out like another sigh of relief, considering like the record footage of being with Garcia and so on, and the fight as well. And she continues. Whew, okay, Garcia says he'd be at the 4-upper main saber then. Alright, well, if you see him, could you please try and get an Omni Hook established with him as well? He hasn't even turned on his own as yet, but I'm pretty sure he just doesn't know how to fix it. But yeah, either way, I'm glad to hear that he's fine. But moving on, I'll inform Kim about it, but he's still trying to handle the situation on Nova Elysia, and is debating getting in contact with higher-ups about the situation. He's unsure though, considering that our crew is down there, and admittedly, Ferris is still the captain. Still, as for now, recommend meeting up with Vona Mayhem. She's the chief engineer here, and should help you get all your mechs fixed and retooled. If you're wondering why, well, Kim has authorized you all for a license rank upgrade.
Oh.
Group celebration, yay!
After that little celebration, she resumes.
Yeah, little like happy beeps from fucking Tech. That's adorable.
He really believes in you all, so please, just rest up and resume with your duties. You can do this, Lancers. And after that, Rio turns off communications. So,
Thank you.
now you're all fully stepping inside the base. I'll just drag and drop your tokens. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted.
Yeah.
Then finally that you stepped up, first things that you see right away is a group of LSA soldiers. Like a platoon, 5 soldiers, stepping up to you all, and they all. One of them motions you over to one of the nearby vacant helipads in the garage entrance that's lit up, informing all of you to, they recognize your Union logo. And while one of them tells you to go get your chassis fixed through like yelling over the booming in machinery and so on, the other ones let out a few whistles as they are in awe of the sight of the first Union mechs they've seen in 4-upper Big Saber.
Aww, that's cute. Anyone want to do anything?
I mean, like, just try. This is like completely roleplay, so you can always interject as needed. But we'll get to the part of actual downtime. I'm just,
No, I would. Go on.
I was just a little distracted because the drawing Burger posted earlier reminded me that I drew this like a while ago.
Oh.
Put it
Didn't
in
share.
session. Starving white.
I'm so hungry.
You don't eat a banana. Makes no sense.
Ooh,
It was around Valentine's.
Oh.
That's
It's
why he's
over.
eating a box of chocolates.
Aww.
Should've been a box of bananas.
I was so distracted with trying to find this drawing.
I can get out this stupid banana. I'm so hungry. Oh my god, I'm ridiculous for this.
But no, yeah, if no one else wants to, like, signal to the guys, oh, you got something? Or are you about to type in banana?
Hey, you guys really just thinking real,
Yeah. Nice.
Well, Kim is the one that gave you the license, not Rio, but sure.
Right, but she was there. She's, like, more present at the moment anyways.
Kim is busy, okay?
Yeah, Kim's fucking busy. He's doing shit. If they...
Jim's doing push-ups.
Because my one occupied hand is currently still holding like a person,
Yeah.
I will use Sweet Tooth's little emoji screen face to do like a very like low frame rate wave gif.
To the soldiers?
Yeah, and just to the ones that are whistling and cheering and being like, yay.
Right. Okay.
And if I have any like coordination left, because she's probably a little bit tired, wants to press all the buttons to make the various flashy, glowy lights that we use to make the kid happy. So maybe they'll, join in and feel a bit safer.
She loves showing off.
Yeah.
Well, the kid at this point, he's like, she's like, a little bit all tuckered out as well, considering that you travel for an hour or so just to get to 400 Big Saber after you found her. So on and so forth. So she is already like a little bit distraught and still like hugging the big, finger of your mech as you walk over. But on their way over to the garage entrance to get that sorted out, there is like a parked military ambulance with like a few soldiers clad in, you know, hospital gear. I don't know exactly how combat
Red
medics.
crosses, would they still have those?
Yeah,
know.
medics, I guess.
Oh, yeah, medics. You can tell they're medics, okay? This is like stuff you learned in Lancer Academy or something, how to identify medics, something like that.
I
Right?
think they learn it in more places than that.
I don't know.
They
There's
teach us important things.
important things like not shooting civilians on sight. So,
And not shooting
Turns
your
around.
teammates.
Turns around.
so that ambulance is like your, you know, the first thing you might pick up archetype as, you know, the possible drop-off point. I mean, you're still in your big max, and while on the way, everyone's on their way to the garage entrance. I'm assuming that archetype here could like take this moment to stop for a bit and, you know, put the
Squat
spell
down, drop them
Yeah.
off.
So,
Yeah, I can do that. I'm trying to think if there's anything extra reassuring. Probably do that, and then like, is there a way to open the top of the cockpit without jumping out?
it's your mech.
Fair enough. Well, I'm asking this for the sake of like.
It's your mech. I don't know how your mech works, but the medics are already like.
Looks up the stats of the Sagamatha. I don't fucking know.
There's
Anyways,
no rules. You make it up.
Yeah, you make it up.
This
Okay,
game's
fair
fake.
enough. You
Nothing's
Oh.
real.
everything's real.
It's not
Those
a real
missile
robot.
launchers. Those missile launchers on that building are real. If I blink, they'll get me.
Look out!
Yeah, sure. Like, pop the top off the back and kind of like lean out, and rather than the sort of dehumanized robot voice, just actually yell the situation down to them and be
Right.
like, "Hey, this is what's going on. Please, like, help this kid find her parents and look after her."
The medics, you know, they hear you right away, and they immediately tend to the kid, who, you know, as usual is with kids, she immediately agrees and takes over, you know, gets taken care of by the nurses and doctors. You know, combat medic stuff.
And I'm gonna tell her to behave as well before
Sure.
closing the top back up.
Fair enough. Just wanna check something real quick. I just got a reminding of.
Check the stats for this kid.
Check the stats of this kid. No.
Damn,
Okay.
size 5.
I just
Scan.
want, alright. I had to like
Stargaze is doing an attack.
scan. I just needed to put back the reserves that you got from those fights because they were removed. Made me so sad. But okay. So kid taken care of. She's led away by the combat medics, and you know you catch up with the rest of the gang that goes to the garage entrance. I would say like
On the
around
rush.
here, like this. This is probably the garage
Yeah, I'll
entrance.
go over there.
I know there's a lot of like lit up places, but this one seems like the most mech one. Even though the mechs are way bigger than the building
Well, I mean,
themselves.
They can look
my
swap.
assumption is that they're like rolled in whilst lying down.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Them big fucking transporters from Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, so this is likely the moment now where you all can take, you know, jump off of your mechs, right? Because there's like a few drones flying around, and
Fucking
like
God.
what was that? I said Burger with the Pacific Rim? No, was it those?
That was all.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So like, you know,
Wah.
machinery of that sort to moving and flying around, that is escorting parts, pieces like, you know, separated arms or treads and so on, in and out of the garage, right? So it's very much safe to say that this is the place where you're gonna have to get off your mechs for now and check up on Vana Mayhem to see what's going on. You know, introduce yourselves and explain the situation, and, you know, get acquainted with the base, because this is where your rest point.
Yeah.
So if there's like any specific way you all get off your mechs, you know, since you're all
Yeah,
in a
it's.
group.
I was gonna say, are we doing this like team, like cool exit, cool dramatic war? I don't know.
I'm just gonna pull out the bread reserves I had on my mech and pull out with, like, you know, some bread in my mouth.
You're gonna hop down with a bunch of food. Hell yeah. I don't know. There'll probably be like a little bit of a sentimental thing of like, wah, I don't like being separated from my mech, and it's like funny little unstable voice, wah, but eventually reluctantly hopping out because the little helmet should keep them in contact. I don't know how protocol rules actually work, but for the sake of like flavor NHP stuff, she can probably still remain in contact with Sweet Tooth just while in the base,
No, that makes
even
sense.
if he's like asleep.
No, that makes sense. It's your back. It's your NHP.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm just it's sort of like bro's either really drowsy or actually just she tries to chime in and it's just snoring.
Oh,
Minor
poor
additional
Sweet
assistance
Thing
with-
needs help. I feel like
Oh,
everyone,
yeah.
I think one or two notice the fact that this Sweet Thing is just open cockpit or something and it just
As I
doesn't
was saying, he's
move.
only just too short to like properly leave and enter it without like having something to stand on.
Aw, he's got like his little hand waving out like, please.
Well, say he needs someone to like help lead him out, otherwise he's gonna fall and smack his head.
I think like while as soon as they got in, like Tenri has been in the slow process of literally just putting an arm and 2 legs back on. And it's like slowly crawling down and
Oh my goodness.
immediately from like the very it's prosthetics, immediately from the very energetic and like he moves a lot, like they move a lot with like energy in their mech. It's immediately back to like sluggish, slow movements. But it's like they still walk over like it's like a cat that's crawled up in like a tree that's a bit too tall for it. Just like raises up their hands to like help fucking take like Sweet Thing down. And probably buckling a bit because they are made of sticks.
My
But
God.
probably getting them down.
Just make me imagine Tanner just shattering like glass.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's very funny imagining picking them up because it's like a big rock.
Well, they have like the support of prosthetics, so.
And friendship.
We have power of friendship. Yeah.
We're close.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just help fucking Sweet Thing down.
Phew. Stargazer's typing.
I say, yeah, Holly typing moment. What was
I
He's
think
gonna
all of it.
Tenri's
Holly
gonna look around
unsheaths their
also.
writing blade.
I was thinking of. That's in character. Heading to the infirmary. Does anybody need anything?
I don't. Oh right, wait, no, hold on.
I'm asking in character.
No, completely above asking. Fucking, you like took burn damage, right? Is that what
No,
that
my
is or
mech
not?
did.
Mac.
Oh, the mech did. Oh, okay.
He's
so
fine,
that's
but they're fine, but they're still gonna like go.
That's fair. Oh.
I don't know. I guess that makes sense.
I might be a bit slow though. Sorry. I took a lot out of me. They're like nearly falling asleep. Like standing.
To use up like the facility and stuff, you still kind of, well, either one of you. I mean, I assume as a group to get acquainted with the chief engineer, you know, kind of
Would be a good idea, yeah.
so you know where to go, because you'll be just stumbling around with
Blue
LSA
Lady told us
soldiers
to.
staring at you and so on.
Yeah, no, Blue Lady told us to go do that, which is I will go do that. You you do you. I'm gonna go speak to the one in charge.
I meant for like after the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I meant like this is what they'll probably do after
Yeah.
speaking to
okay,
head
okay.
Yeah,
honcho.
but I mean, I'm assuming you're just saying it out loud. You know,
Yeah, they're
you all
asking.
step inside.
They're asking.
Behind the kitchen there.
You're always eating by some flaw.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where I need to re-add my darn thing.
Also, wrap up weekend version with going
Yeah.
to Lorna Mayhem. And then you can do all your funny little downtime things, your funny little roleplay, go crazy, go nuts.
This is funny,
Funny.
yeah.
Funny little things.
It's
Let's
funny to
walk.
see these characters develop. It's kind of hilarious, actually. It makes me laugh.
I just want to be in the picture.
You're eating too much, white woman. Damn.
White woman, you're so hungry.
I need to make a less jiggly text.
Yeah, I can't read that shit.
Yeah,
read
sure
it
you
in
can.
chat.
Just try harder. Try harder. No, it's what I mean is there are jiggles, but are less jiggles because it's like we've calmed down now. We're not in like fight. What's a less jiggle? Hold on.
I fucked it up.
There you go.
You both-
I hate how this thing
the
works.
energy
You have
levels
to
have
left click.
decreased.
You have to left click your little icon.
I
to
did. It's
I
there.
was gonna say, like, Tenry pulled up.
Can I pulled up, but you can make it pull up without making it speed.
Well, how do I do?
If you put it between quotes, try that.
I think that didn't work last time.
I don't know what you did last time. You did something.
I don't know what I did last time either.
Damn.
No, it
Mystery.
still doesn't fucking work.
No. There you go.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you do for that then? Let's write it down.
I don't know. I just off and on.
Nice.
No, yeah, bro needs like he needs like replacement.
They need
discs.
to make sure like whatever it is in there like hasn't brought it yet, or like has, or like yeah,
Aww.
they're okay.
Alright, alright. Everyone's having a good time heading into the garage then.
Zoop.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Slide off.
as
Slide
you
off
all, step inside of the garage together, right away you see like all the bustling machinery and drones moving in and out as indicated by being outside, and as well as the heat, like intense temperature from inside, because this place, you can tell it's been running like non-stop, like it seems like ever since the war broke out, this thing has been consuming raw material and putting out fresh armor and so on for literally everything. And the reason for that, as was told before, like when they were in Rio Grande, is that Full Opera Base Saber is the one and only place on Presidium that has a GMS printer, which was delivered by Banerjee during negotiations. So this is like the only place on Presidium that can output so much stuff instantly. So, but stepping inside, gazing upon all the machinery, you do take notice of one person that does stand out compared to all the other LSA engineers dressed up, in their outfits, and you notice over someone, like a woman, who is way more like, well, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at that statement?
He is the word woman laughs
It's
immediately.
because someone like a woman.
You're so gay, dude. You just laugh, see a woman, you'll laugh.
You never know.
But I just like the insurance. It was very funny.
Yeah.
The war's most ambiguous entity.
So this woman is very well built, clad in tank top, engineering pants with like blouse, no, not blouse, like a jacket around the
Coveralls,
waist.
right?
Yeah, and also overalls too. And
Like
this
the
well-built
Pokemon
woman,
evolved version of
she-
Ruby.
What?
Like the Pokemon evolved version of Ruby.
Yeah.
Most
Instead
likely.
of
I don't have art
she
for
got
her.
jacked.
I don't
Yeah.
have art for her, so you have to deal with imagine your own
Ah.
well-built buff woman who is an engineer.
Sure, I guess I can do that. Whatever.
Yeah, man, sure.
So she's like, busy chatting with another engineer. Like they're both looking over like a tablet as they speak together, and it's kind of pretty obvious who is Vonna Mayhem based on everyone else around here. And you can all like introduce yourselves in whatever way you want. I mean, I'm sure one of you like steps in first to interject, or just waits for their turn to speak.
Probably, but also we have, I don't know, what, like, I'm pretty sure we made a lot of noise coming in. They probably noticed.
There's a lot of noise already with all the
Four
drones and
four
stuff.
Union mechs? Five? No, wait.
5 Union Mech.
5 Union mechs coming in?
It's true.
That kind of
I mean,
noise? Or
LSA still
VD?
also has their own mech division and so on, so it's not like unfamiliar noise to them, just so you know. But so you have to.
Is immediately deemed less important than amazing, is disappointed about it. That's in character.
Oh,
No.
my God, you always have to let the NHP, do all that socializing. The only
She
way
probably
they-
shouldn't be letting him do.
So,
Yeah, well, that's how it plays out. Like, expecting to be, like, an awesome big deal who makes a big impression doesn't happen, and then immediately this little fucking
The stupid
R2D2...
fucking Macintosh walks off.
Yeah, this little fucking computer just goes...
just everyone just standing tall and just take
fuck,
like
they hate me. I'll have to send my laptop.
like take just comes from between their legs and then like
Yeah.
rolls over to Vana Mayhem.
Runs in between. Like, all fucking
Henry doesn't
monster.
want to because they don't want to accidentally like just fall asleep in the middle of greeting someone new.
They probably fall asleep waiting for being spoken.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I guess they'll walk over with Sweet Thing.
So Sweet Thing was first, and
Yeah.
I was
Vana
gonna say you can
Mayhem-
lean on him worst case scenario.
Yeah, they can just like walk over with.
Vana Mayhem is like reasonably so instantly distraught by Take, who steps up like that. Like Take doesn't even like say anything. Take
No, he just stands there. He's
moves
waiting for her
up.
to finish a conversation.
Vana Mayhem.
Henry also just
So
like leaves.
Vana Mayhem just dismisses the engineer she was talking to, which the engineer himself is like has like a few concerned looks, but you know he moves on with his job. It's not his business.
That's not my problem.
And Vana Mayhem, after looking down at Take and looking over at the rest of you, which
Well, Henry's there too. You ain't listen.
Yeah, but her eyes, I did listen. Her eyes were focused on Take, and then looked over up to the rest of you. All right, damn. How dare you say I'm not listening?
Sorry.
So Vana Mayhem, a little bit distraught still, but she kind of gets the idea immediately because she did, in fact, hear about all 5 of you coming over, and she speaks out. Vana Mayhem has like a bit of a Texan accent. I am not doing that. I am not.
Do a Texas accent.
I am
Lord,
not
please.
doing that.
Please,
I
please.
am not
please.
doing that, man.
be the pilots we heard so much about.
You gotta bring out of your shell, Fluffy. Let's hear that Texan accent.
How do I even do a Texan accent? I'm horrible with that.
621st Union Naval Cavalry.
You just kind of like extend your
I was gonna
cheek
say
to
you
the
kinda
right
feel like
side
you
and just
pretend
kind of
you
like
have
have your
some
mouth open all the time.
I find it really funny that you guys are asking Fluffy to do a Texan accent when I'm literally Texan.
Alright,
Well, not-
Boozy.
Bring it in, then!
Well, when, yeah,
No,
when
no,
Fluffy
no.
says Texan accent, I think he's doing like a caricature.
So,
You can do it, Fluffy.
okay. So, Vana Mayhem.
You got the faith of a real Texan behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah.
100% Portuguese.
Boozy literally has got faith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So, she speaks up. Well, there's all 5 of ya I was waiting for.
That's good.
Thank you.
Literally not bad. You're
I
doing
mean,
fine.
I'm not embarrassed, just so you know. I'm not proficient with voice acting and accents.
You can only
alright?
improve
Because
as you
I'm
try,
trying-
dog.
Because I have to balance out actual character and actual GM information. I'm like making everything I
Yeah.
speak of, everything that comes out of my mouth is made up. Like I am improvising
know.
literally everything. Okay. I have to improvise that and also improvise that accent.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on so we don't waste too much time. So all 5 of you were the ones Garcia was talking about. Although, I think he may have oversold the little pill-shaped crazy thing over here. Name's Vana Mayhem. Welcome all 5 of you. What can I do for you? Why are you
I
laughing?
think
Oversold take? What does that mean?
Is the
Oversold.
kitchen around?
Gosh, Garcia's so fucking
Uh,
mean to them for no reason.
like Theo asked us to like
Gussie
meet
is
up
a real
with her,
one.
right?
Garcia sees Take and starts smacking his bald head.
Henry like
What?
Henry like slowly like using like Take to just kind of like position themselves like to stand up straight. I think hello firstly, Tenry, they extend like the prosthetic arm so that actually like works normally for like a handshake.
Vana Mayhem immediately takes interest. Then she puts her hand forward. Handshake, but also
Yeah.
the other hand to, rub it along the prosthetic, and she tilts her head. Oh, what's up with this older model? You Union pilots don't have any of these back? Any more advanced versions back up there?
Well, this one's the most compatible with they like gesture to like the clearly like flash cloned self, and I find it the most comfortable to control. It doesn't put too much stress on the body.
Ah, I see. Guess there must be Tenri, I think Garcia mentioned.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you. Sorry.
No problem.
He's so good at yawning.
They dampen most of my processes, so things don't degrade too much. But I believe Rio told us you could supply us with licenses, among other things.
Oh, well now, first of all, before we get to that, it seems like
Oh yeah,
all
of
you
course,
got
you
some
just
questions. I know. So, wrench to it. I'm assuming here is like question after question. I mean, Tanner was first, and was
Yeah. Oh yeah.
ranked.
The other thing also. Oh,
Yeah,
go on.
just all the things. So, Spawn and Mayhem, like after like finishing talking with Tannery, have wrench to just stepping in to fangirl out loud. You're not finished. You're finished.
I'm not finished. They were gonna ask like where the infirmary or any medical area might be.
Oh, of course. I'll have you help over with Garcia. I think he's around here somewhere. He knows the place a little bit better than me, surprisingly. I kind of just spent all my time here in the garage. I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
And then branch through, butts in, screaming about the G-Core 176. Fauna Mayhem, takes off her hand from the handshake. And she puts, like, the free hand up to, her forehead to, like, wipe some sweat. And then she mentioned, oh, well, that's right. Glad to see another mechanic around here, huh? Boozy.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes!
Maybe. I may or may not have dabbled in it a little bit. Starts fingering like crazy.
Too busy being really excited. That's adorable.
Fauna Mayhem just kind of leaves
Like
a little bit
fast,
to...
like tiny breaths as well. Just
to your own, fangirling, and then focuses over to ZB, who also, I'm assuming she was also kind of stepping in after Tenri. Tenri had like a little conversation.
Yeah, Tenri's all finished.
Alright.
Yeah.
Get a cup of coffee. Well, we actually have a machine here in the factory if you want some, but I guess the cafeteria might be a better place if you want more than just one type of coffee.
Wait, did somebody say cafeteria?
Oh my god. These two are so funny. Tank is like wondering like, wait, what's going on? Then Rancho just immediately screams.
What did they say about me?
So, I'm just finished talking with Stargazer at the ball, like, okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think Tate can be addressed last.
Yes.
More natural flow.
You're like,
no, yeah, that's like the benefit of text. We can just kind of leave it there for a bit.
Yeah.
so, Von Mayhem just, presents over to you to the coffee machine, which is very familiar to the ones on, the Rio Grande. I mean, coffee machines are pretty much universally designed in a sense. You kind of recognize them at any point. So she just lets you to step on over to it. And then Fauna Mayhem just, finishes up. Well, suit yourself. Either way. Oh, so I take it. Get it? Garcia, well, he seemed a little bit, out of everyone here, he really wanted to put out, mention that one of yours was a little bit more different. But you did tell me that you were one piece of wonderful machinery. I just never thought we'd see an NHP Lancer pilot. That's honestly quite unheard of. If anything, a fairy tale around here. Like, you have to consider the fact that Presidium only got contacted by Lancer like a bit of a long time ago. And
Escape.
one thing is, escape, let me stream. Looks. Welcome, escape. And what was I saying? Like, sweet thing is, I was saying that, you know, Union is like still a new thing, like for months now, but also the fact Lancer pilots are also a bit of a unheard thing around here in Presidium. I can't believe you wrenched you just making fun of Take like that.
No, I wasn't trying to.
What do you mean? You literally added
No,
buzz buzz.
no, I was just goofing around. I didn't mean it like in a rude way.
Ah, of course, Take. I will show you. We can get acquainted with you and your mech around. I'm pretty sure you're a special case, considering how you're missing a body. I actually want to find out how you can get inside your mech. Okay. Okay, so something but make hang out with something but that my own. Okay. You have to go. Ult's gone. Oh, no, Ult's here.
Ult's in between.
Make a comment then. Yes, go on then. Okay. So, you know, Take, sorted. Wrench 2.
Yeah.
Fangirling still about machinery and cafeteria. And Zibby is having a lovely cup of coffee from the machine, which it does like literally instantly, just so you know. That thing worked instantly fast. It's not just the printer that works fast, it's also the coffee.
Boiling hot acid deployed.
I didn't even know Zibby could drink coffee. The green alien anatomy.
I'd like to hope you can drink most things.
Sipping of coffee gently. She in the back. Damn, she's a handsy one. One of it
Maybe
doesn't
just
seem
a
to
little bit.
mind, of course. I mean, a lot of the stuff here is stuff you've been like equating to, Wrench too. Just so you know, like it's not like unfamiliar things you see. You know a lot of these parts.
I know a lot. I was literally like, you know, taking
Raised
an
for it.
engineering course for this.
So this is like all more of your area beyond just
Yeah.
mech pilot and shooting and so on.
Yeah.
What a lovely archetype comment, like God intended. I think it's really funny, Wrench, to making fun of Take by just saying buzz buzz out loud, as if Take even makes buzzing noises. That is so
Just tells her asses
rude.
I don't fucking do that.
All of you fools need to be ganged up, all together, sort yourself out before you wander off like children away from Vana Mayhem. You're ridiculous for this, but understandably so. Vana Mayhem, you know, she kind of leans back a little bit from your approach, because you got really close. I'm assuming like personal space, like.
There's no sprays.
See how I'm fumbling my words? It's over. And she does lean back at the faces. You just remind me of that meme with like the two close-up faces point of views. It's just nose to nose. But but I mean, like she steps back in response, and she holds up both hands up, and she's like, "Oh, of course, we wouldn't want to mess up any of your mechs. After all, these things kind of fix them up themselves, don't they? General Massive Systems really knows how to make one thing work." Oh, GMS. That monopoly.
I love Monopoly.
Well, it's not.
Alright, satisfying. Okay. So, now we can move on from here. I'm assuming everyone just kind of like gathers up at past a certain point, you know, after all the conversations like done and dusted, including Wrench 2, who kind of has to be pulled away from all the machinery to focus on the mission, so he knows what the hell to do afterwards. So, Vanna Mayhem, with like another rub of her forehead from the sweat, she begins explaining about, you know, the situation, and
Can't stand these motherfuckers.
she, you know, just talking about, you know, the overall, like the base itself, you know, what to do and so on. But the most important parts is the fact that, you know, well, like Garcia mentioned, all 5 of you are here on a mission, right? Getting your captain and Banerjee, I think. Sweet fella they are. Over here there is like a printer, right? The GMS printer we have. But we also have the console hooked up to the OmniNet of all the licenses and so on. I heard that you got promoted or something like that, which, congratulations after all. But if you need to like tune up your mechs in a specific way, you can use the machine over here to change up as needed, and once dawn breaks, before you have to leave, you'll have your machines all up and ready to go. So, suit yourselves. Forward Operating Base Saber is for all of you right now, so again, if you need to, well, I'm sure you all need to rest, right, after a big old day, I'm sure. Not the best circumstances to meet, but regardless, cafeteria is over there, you know, she points up over there. If you need any help, you know, heading over to infirmary or like another, you know, tents and so on, there's, yeah, pretty much everything over here on Saber. But if you need help with anything, just ask a soldier around. They'll point you in the right direction. You'll kind of become a little bit of a famous icon as well. It's all their first time seeing Union Lancer pilots over here, especially your mechs. They kind of look very different from the usual. I would have expected Union mechs to look like that. No offense, of course. I'm actually quite impressed at how well they're made.
Thank you. Yeah, I think they just kind of let us do whatever, as long as we bear recognizable insignia.
Recognizable insignia or not, those designs are, you know, without the paint. They're very, very different from the usual.
I don't have anything smart to say. I was thinking of
No, I'm
something to
waiting
say,
for
but
this
I
to
can't really
say.
think of any.
No. Okay. Also, first of all, I'm back.
Pauses,
Welcome back.
brain.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say, that could genuinely be the answer of like, I don't have anything clever
Yeah, they
to
just
say
kind of
about
like,
us.
they're like about to say something, and they just like,
Hang up on it.
the Discord like call stopping sound.
Aww. But yeah, no, Archetype is very happy about being noticed and different and all this, like, yay, people love us, we are the best. And all of that is getting mentally projected to Sweet Tooth at the time.
Why is things?
My sweet.
Please, we are not actual unions over here. We are just union-like.
But yeah, like they're not like an example of like a typical union group.
Yeah. We are hired.
Vanna Mayhem to take. She kind of gets out of like a silly chuckle, you know, like she assumes that you're just joking, you know, that Take is just joking around. And then she moves over to Stargazer. She even like does like a little rub and pet of the top of Take's pill. And then moves over to Stargazer. Pretty well, that seems pretty self-explanatory. I've heard a lot about GMS systems, so I wouldn't be surprised if they could hell up whatever hellish fight you got. Not to say that our mechs aren't, you know, the resistance like yours, but considering of how you've managed to deal with a whole lot of vested forces, I wouldn't be surprised. But still, like always, you have the console over there. Feel free to make your changes, and then after that, just have Saber all for yourselves. We're all here to help each other after all. So, that's the point where you all kind of, one by one, I'm assuming take, you know, like a big queue, go to like the big console that's connected to the OmniNet. It's kind of like, you know...
Can we be really nosy and like lean over the other people's shoulders to see what changes they're making?
I don't know how I imagine like the console itself, but I'm assuming it's like a console like any other. There's like a bunch of consoles in the place, but there's only one here that kind of is like construction orders, you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can I hold the sweet thing up to the computer so we can press the little screen?
I'm pretty sure Sweet Thing is not that small, okay? I'm
tell me,
pretty
you
sure
tell
he
me.
grew.
3 foot, so it depends.
No, he can reach it over his, like... little-
Henry would
The
fall
arm
over if
probably
you
can, it's about the optic.
Henry would fall over if you moved a Sweet Thing. They're using that for like walking support right now.
It's a crutch.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like Sweet Thing not being able to use their arm anymore because they've just got their hand pointing up at all times to be used as a crutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just really imagine that.
Sorry.
I don't know why, but I imagine that union just kind of takes picks by like for themselves. Like they pick for take because it is a prototype weapon. Also because they know that this.
Oh yeah, like they do it for him.
I was gonna say
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
like normally he just asks like what like says I'd like that please.
Aww.
It's his first time doing it on his own. That means I get +1 to roll.
You can get like a roll bonus to getting your license. That makes no sense.
That's funny as hell.
Oh. Right, bonds. That's true.
Oh yeah.
So, again, you all kind of do your thingies, you get your licenses, so on and so forth. And then after that, you're officially free to do whatever the hell you want until, you know, next thing happens, which is, you know, waiting for your mechs to get all tuned up and you get all your rest, you know, stuff like that. You have to rest, okay? You're all tired, but you still have, like, enough in you to do something before you crash and sleep and eat or whatever. So,
Stand in a corridor half a year.
But like in the middle.
Yeah.
this is downtime.
Like walking down the corridor and saying, wait, I should be asleep, and just standing there.
But this is now officially downtime, and since it is now officially downtime, I'm gonna explain real quick. So, downtime in Lancer is, like I said, the part where you can get extra loot, but also develop your character by interacting with things that happen. Lancer by default tells you that everybody has a downtime action, and downtime actions is used to find stuff, start or advance projects, you know, long-term projects that can only be to obtain like really good stuff, or but you can only do it over like downtime and stuff. And also just free-form roleplay, like, you know, your character wants to do this and I'll just respond accordingly. You don't have to do a downtime action, just so you know. A downtime action is just there if you can't think up of like anything to do. But
Yeah, they're like the prompts.
yeah, there's basically like, this is what you do if you want like really good stuff, or if you just don't know what to do exactly for your day. So like, this is the turn by turn, so whoever wants to like go first on your little adventures on Saber, and I will respond accordingly.
Okay. I don't have anything immediately. I just have questions to ask you, which is, I know there's like actual mechanics for downtime actions. I'm guessing for just silly things we kind of don't need to worry about that.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Cool.
you bring your pilot skills in if there's like a roll to be made, or like if you want to make a roll. Like, you always choose if you want to make a roll. Like,
Oh
sometimes
yeah, remembers what my rolls are.
I mean, just take anything, because the roll by default is always d20, but your skills adds like bonuses to it. So, you know, that's how it works.
Strange. What could they mean by this?
So, I mean, again, downtime actions, like, you can just tell me what you want to do. I'll like roll a dice and stuff to find here what to do, and we'll solve it, you know, like, do the usual. Put in your character in a situation so that it can evolve and deal with stuff. Things like that.
Yeah. I'm looking at the big like map, and I'm trying to think, what are all these places? What do they do? What can we fuck about with?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming this is like a central like building that they just have for like general purpose shit.
Yeah.
Take's gonna immediately try and find any civilian consoles that he can interact with.
Okay, so take first then. Just so everyone, we do this by turn, else it's gonna get really messy. But Take, come over here. Okay.
His little like pit pat feet.
Yeah, just take the scampers off.
Oh yeah, 2 steps for every like meter.
Alright.
Aw.
So first thing, you go over to the main building, and considering like your NHP knowledge, which is like your data bank and so on, based on like the lore and stuff that you've learned while you're at Rio Grande, you do know that for operating base Saber is not originally a military base, but in fact, it was at first like an automobile shop, like a little factory for it, which was originally called Amanta Motors, which was now turned into an impromptu for operating base to fit in with the GMS printer and also the usual LSA reinforcements and so on to make it like an official base, right? This is a printer, we have to like make sure this thing's secure and so on. It's not just an automotive and so on, right? So civilian consoles, there's a few of them. Like you step in, like this is like I say, yeah, like tip tapping through. There's like LSA soldiers like sat down, just walking by, and they just see you, right? They're not
supposed to be there.
They're not shocked, right? Because in the end, they don't know that you're an HP. They just assume that you're like one of those drone robots that go around, stuff like that, right? Support and so on. But if you're looking for civilian consoles, you'll find them inside the building, which is a bit of like a mix of a resting place, but also like a cafeteria as well.
Yeah.
But you can kind of tell that amidst all these people going around, all these soldiers, you can detect over like a civilian console to be used. More to your height, of course, not to the
You stand on a chair, don't worry about it.
How do you stand on a chair?
Jump.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's it. Very, like, pathetic climbing attempt.
Okay, so you stand on a chair, right? I'm assuming you dragged this chair in. Everyone's like, some soldiers just saw you pull off the chair. You're exhibiting more like maneuvers than the usual construction drone that they're familiar with.
So that one must have something important to do.
Alright, so you're up on the civilian console now, right? What is it you wanna? What does Take want to do with the
just
civilian console?
generally see like what they have stored here, supplementing what they do have on the databanks, and kind of like seeing if there's anything worth learning about this area, like nearby areas, stuff like that.
Oh, this guy and his bond, he's really going at it, aren't you? Well,
Am I?
man, your bond is your first time. I would say. I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, what's it? Beginner's luck. That's when I'm doing something though. I'm on Google right now.
I don't think. Is this your first time using a civilian console?
I'd imagine not, because what's it? I'm pretty sure we even said like in the ship, like they'd spend their time like just looking through information stuff.
Right, of course. But it's really funny. Beginner's luck. He uses Google.
+1 for each key press.
So, I guess you can roll for it. You can use your investigate.
They have 3 hands. 3 fingers. That might need to be rolled.
I don't know. You are an HP. You are more advanced than a human, so I don't think you have much issue just skimming through information instantly. But for what I can tell you, let me just pull up here. It's just a real quick thingy. Click on this. Okay, so what you can pull up from here, like from the information that you find around here, is that first thing is that Vana Mayhem has been here. She's like, you notice that she has clocked in, and she has clocked in like 5 hours ago, apparently. So that can tell you that she's been here ever since the war started. And second thing that you can figure out is that there is definitely like a big of a huge like casualty rate detected over with all the armor and chassis that's being rolled in and out of the Forever Base Saber. Like the numbers here that you're seeing don't make a lot of sense. The numbers that are like that you see here visually, right? So you can only assume here that in this case a lot of the destroyed machinery is probably like stored away in like other buildings to be used or so on. And lastly, what I can tell you, because 3 is a nice round number, I can tell you that there is actually some Union engineers stashed around here on Full Rubber and Base Saber, but it seems like you haven't really recognized any of them in a while here. But that's how much I can tell you over with the console. Like the general things I can tell you, I can't give you
No,
an
yeah, that's
encyclopedia.
fair.
I can't tell you an encyclopedia. If you want to like find out something specific, you can tell me, of course.
I mean, yeah, I understood. I think that's helpful though. What I've learned.
All right. What's next that does Take do after learning?
Is it still my turn?
Well, now it's just everything your character wants to do. Like, what do you imagine Take doing before shutting down for rest and so on? Like,
Probably asking the head engineer about that, about the, the kind of like situation regarding casualty equipment, and if so, if it's stored away, if there's anything worth selling.
all right, sure. So, I'm guessing now you just kind of tiptoe, like all the way back to the garage.
Brings the
right?
chair.
I was gonna say,
Raise
do you
the
leave the chair or do you bring it?
You'll probably
Bring
leave
the
it.
chair too. But as you make your way back to Vanna Mayhem, she is like, still in there. She is this time like using a soldiering equipment like attached to her waist, like stabilized, like how the cameras go, doing like the work for her. And, and then you like, step on over, right? And what? How do you introduce yourself? You just kind of like tap her on the side, or do you speak out loud?
The same as before, just stands there until he's acknowledged.
Vanna Mayhem, after like 10 seconds or so, she notices the presence of someone just staring down at her, and she turns around and notices you. She doesn't jump or anything, but she just lets out like a little oh, and then afterwards a smile. And then she asks, well, what's up, Tay? What do you need from me, huh?
Oh,
Processing the input. Oh my god, Holly, that
Like his,
picture!
you could have his eye turns into that little like spinny loading thing from Windows.
I love the idea of walking up to someone but having nothing to say.
Googling Google.
Why is Google notifying me about asking my opinion on like a location I've been to? That's ridiculous. This is the first time this has happened.
Probably to remind you that location services are turned on and you should probably turn them off.
I'll never turn them off. I want them to know everything about me.
That's brave.
I want
like
them to
that.
make like a clone of me.
That's awesome. That like makes me want to turn mine back on. Having the music choice really is awesome. You could just like stare at this screen for like hours.
Thank you. I worked so hard to find this music.
Yeah. I'm noticing that one of the buildings has 3 missile launchers, while 2 of them have 2, which means your guess on that being the mech hangar might actually be right.
Thank you.
Because it might be the most important one.
Pretty sure you just put laser missiles, whatever the hell you want.
Right, but there's 2 separate entire blocks there that only have 2 each, and that one has 3 dedicated just to itself, so it's like,
True.
maybe
This
there's
reminds me,
something
I
going
need
on.
to like commission art of the All-Seer for Fire with Fire at some point. I talked with the artist that makes those little ships and mechs. Like for the official Lancer. Like they post on Twitter a lot. I'm pretty sure you've seen them. I want to commission
I think I know
them.
which one you mean.
I want to commission them to draw All-Seer in like a really nice style.
Imagine this is here whilst he's saying this. I forgot to press the button.
No, it's fine. You can just repost it if you want. But yeah.
You can just type beep beep.
So Vanna Mayhem, she knows exactly what you're talking about. She's actually surprised that you even know this, but she assumes, like, in the back of her mind that this is literally what you're really good at. Or...
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay.
He's really good at using the computer.
Vanna Mayhem, speaks up, and she stops her work for a moment there. She to turn around to face you now. And, well, that's true. We do have a little bit of a mess buckling up. Although, again, this printer here is saving a whole lot of lives right now. All these LSA soldiers wouldn't be here and wouldn't be out there if it wasn't for this printer. I don't know exactly how the situation is out there. I just make the things work, Regardless, Take, salvageable? Well, suit yourself. The storage compartment's all the way over there. Those buildings you see back there, you can go in there if you want. I'm sure a soldier will help you in at this point. And if there's anything there that fancies your look, you're free to take it.
Alright.
Gosh. So yes, you may truck on over to the city.
Wait, where?
Hey, over here. I would like here.
Oh, he said that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, over here. So this is the wonderful part of downtime and all its freeformness and so on. So going on over here, I want to ask you, what exactly are you looking for? You will find a part of like a piece of reserve that you want for you to use like a one-time use for next mission. So I just want to ask, what do you want to find here? Like, what exactly are you looking for? It could be anything, just so you know, just whatever you need.
Just like general purpose utility equipment. Something not the same as like the fucking... Not the same as the airstrike, but something in a similar vein where we can kind of like use it to improve our survivability.
Oh yeah, I've still got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still do. And so does...
Because we said you should use it and you said nah.
Well,
We'll find something big to hit with it.
I'll tell you, you can find here, you can either find something that gives you armor, give your mech like more, you know, durability, or you can also find something that gives you more repairs. And finally, if you want something more like utility, you can give you something here, which would be, let's see, which would be like a little recon drone to help you, which will allow you to automatically scan anything you want at the start of each combat.
Useful.
It just scans like whichever one you want for the first time. So just take your pick, and that will be your lovely.
Honestly, the
little-
drone sounds very appealing.
Right, yeah, the drone is like a range 50, and it scans.
Damn!
At the start of combat, just so you know.
I know, but that's better than never.
It's true. So.
Well, it means the Stargaze has to shoot less things.
But it just scans it right away at the start of combat, so you know what that thing does. You just pick.
Yeah.
So that's what you would like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will add it to your sheet.
He like pointing out at it.
I'll just add it to your sheet, but okay. I guess that could be your downtime action. Again, you're not forced to use the downtime action, just so you know. Downtime is, like I said, it's freeform roleplay. You do what you want, and you always come out of it with some sweet loot, right?
Friends.
So you take the recon drone. Okay. And after that, I'm assuming you just kind of do your thing. Rest
Yeah, I
up
was gonna say
and
just
whatever.
meandering about now.
Right. So that's take done. Who's next on the Downtime Express?
I'm still deciding. It's difficult. Is Ghoul returned yet?
No.
I don't think so.
Ah.
Holly, please!
Oh, I didn't say it.
Boozy!
What?
What you want to do it on for Upper Base Saber?
You were like food motivated, right?
I am pretty food motivated, but I also would like to check out what the mechanics around here are doing.
That your mechanics are
But-
here doing?
I thought I would go to the infirmary with Tenry first,
Gold's
since
not,
you know they need
Gold's
to
not
get.
back here yet. So I guess you're gonna have to
Yeah.
wait on him to come back.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting.
Oh,
That's fair, that's fair.
holy jews!
I'll do like a pointless like nothing one first, and then I'll pick like a real thing later. The little like nothing one is obviously first off, like I said, looking over everyone's shoulder, seeing what they pick on like the little computer, being like,
Yeah.
ooh, what's going on? Ooh. The bit during, this is sort of backpedaling, the bit during when the mechs were being praised for the things they did and being unique and cool and surviving the day, that was all getting mentally beamed to Sweet Tooth and being like, we are the fucking best! Yeah! And naturally the mech is just straight up agreeing. Either that or it went the other way around. Like, she didn't say anything first. It was just the audio was going in her ears through the helmet through to the mech. And then the mech was the one going like, yeah, we're the best! the mechanic supervising thing is a thing. Like, I also agree with that, but maybe not as like the full serious action. More or less just that kind of weird pseudo-parental, like, hey, don't do anything wrong. I promise nothing bad will happen to you.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, so yeah, kind of hovering in, like, she's got like the JoJo's menacing symbol above her, like stood behind them, watching them, like, sort of, like, how do the mechanics like begin what they're doing? I guess.
Well,
What's their first assessment?
well, oh, Mini. Sorry, my cat.
The cat,
So-
the cat one's involved. Goddamn.
So, I mean, again, like I mentioned, you're kind of overseeing everything here, right? But the mechanics, they're just kind of, taking apart the mech as needed, refreshing it with new parts printed, right? Mini! Hold on, my cat wants to jump on the... Mini! She wants to jump on top of my printer because she senses the food.
No.
Last time she did that, she threw everything on the floor. No!
No.
No, Mini.
I think you should do it again, Minnie. It'd be funny.
Okay, new event has been added. A cat has just walked by the garage door.
Yo!
No, there's no need for a cat.
No, like, it doesn't do anything. It's just there. It's just a
I mean,
visual. Cat arrives,
cat-
meows, and then leaves.
Cats go around,
Sorry.
Alright, I think Mini
Yes.
is... No, she's still staring up. If you hear like noise behind me, it's over. 'Cause
You
she
said
will-
like we're gonna get mad about Mimi.
I will get
I'm
mad
back.
about Mini. Welcome back,
I'm back.
Lolo.
Thank you.
He's back.
Brizzy wants to go with your character to the infirmary, so... But we're taking care of
I don't think. Well, this isn't. I was saying this isn't the full one I'm doing. This is buying time by doing like a little joke interaction.
No, that's fair. But yeah, the mechanics, they just kind of take apart your mech. Vana Mayhem is busy with something else, but some of the mechanics seem a little bit unnerved of, dealing with like a union mech and so on. Like, they're not... I mean, they're experienced, right? But the fact that you're there, supervising the whole place, it kind of makes them a little bit nervous.
Good. The big circle eye on the helmet is like. It always has like a slight glow because it's meant to match Sweet Tooth's like big one expression face.
Yeah.
But just imagine the light just like pointed at one of their backs. It's a very visual, like, I am fucking watching. Don't you dare hurt my baby.
Well, luckily, it's mostly just drones moving the parts, and the engineers just kind of doing their own thing on the max tank as needed, retrofitting with the new license and so on.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would say you kind of left a good impression of, damn, these union pilots are a little bit scary.
Not all of them, because also, and then the tonal switch, as is in Sweet Tooth's own like broken NHP voice, immediately go from like that to just like la la la, skip away, happy.
Of course.
Yeah.
What's the big thing that you do? Like, what's the stuff that gets you the big loot? The thing
I
that you
was-
want?
I was still thinking, and I was gonna allow the infirmary trip to happen first while I was like figuring that out.
So, Boozy and Lolo.
Yeah.
Your
Hi.
characters are going together on your little downtime thing, which is going over to the infirmary first, right? Like, this is
Yes.
Yeah.
Cherry and Restart go over together over to the infirmary,
Henry.
which I'm assuming is around here or something.
Right in the middle of the construction site.
No, like this building with the yellow. Makes no sense, right? There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it would be the circular building.
Also, yeah, same honestly.
Yeah, sure, fine. Go to circle.
Damn.
We're in the garage!
Alright.
Can that be part of it? Can they go to the wrong place first?
Oh my
yeah,
god, my cat, hold on. Mimi!
They followed the
went to
cat
the
to the
wrong
wrong
place, like,
place.
Mimi, pull up. Mimi, pull
that's
up.
the gun turret house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cherry just like gets a little distracted with all the guns.
Henry's
But
like
she's-
half awake, just like slightly idly following.
None of our characters can be like responsible alone.
No,
so
I'm
when there is a unit, they're semi-competent. But like this, divided, they're just bumbling idiots.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Hmm.
What did I miss?
They both messed up and walked to the wrong place, and now they went to the right place.
Alright, so... Okay, yeah, going over to the infirmary then, like all together. Well, on the way there, like in the middle of the way, there's the cafeteria first, but the infirmary is like up next, right? But does like Cherry stop just to handle the cafeteria, or does she still go with Tamri over to the infirmary?
Very, very tempting, but she holds off just a little longer.
yeah.
to go with
Okay,
Tempe.
so the infirmary, like usual, combat medics. Let's say combat medics. They first of all, they're instantly surprised over at Tenri, right? Because Tenri is the one that
Hi.
sticks out the most.
I want to believe Tenri has like, they have like a form that's like basically like, hi, I know my body's really weird. Here's like the basics.
Like an explanation form.
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
a form for like, hey, I'm
resume.
basically like a fucking like a machine, but a biologist. Yeah.
Right.
So-
Like, here you go.
They accept the form, right? I mean, the soldiers are still professional, and they, it kind of helps a lot to have like a form like this. They take notice of the, union certificate and so on the form itself, and that's when it kind of makes the connection that you are like union pilots, right? One of the medics, takes note and just, reassures you that they'll lead you over to what they can do. And the medic just kind of has a bit of like a shocked gasp on noticing that you two are union pilots, right? Like they're like shocked, like union pilots at Saber, and
Yeah.
they need to get fixed up, and they look like this because you both
Yeah.
look like a mess, essentially.
Henry just looks like a mess always, but this is just mess squared.
What about you, Cherry?
I just asked them if they got like, a screwdriver and a few like, I don't know, mini D3 batteries so I can just tinker with my arm.
I think that's the convenience store. Sorry.
Oh, am I in the wrong place again?
No, the medic reassures that you're fine, that you're in the right place, and
Okay.
the other one just kind of helps you over to where you need to go. So you both kind of get separated for a moment. Tenri
Yeah.
takes like
Hi.
a little bit more, right? Because after all,
I was gonna say, yeah.
you're more of a special case.
Yeah.
So for Tenri, when you like get pulled over there, you kind of notice people. There's some medics like running around, right? Because there's like injured soldiers on the beds and so on. Some of them like heavily bleeding still, but the other ones are more stabilized. But everyone here seems to be like helping out each other. Like even like soldiers who just got like bandaged up and so on are also helping the medics dealing with the other soldiers that are injured. But
Yeah.
in your case, you're also put down on a bed, and other medics just kind of take notice, and they all kind of coordinate together to sort out you, right, and your situation, which is internal damage, lots of
At
fading
least
organs.
making sure if there is any.
Yeah, stuff like that, because again, this is your character. I'm not sure how your anatomy works.
I
but
can explain it if you want. It's very brief actually.
Go for it.
It's basically just in like where there would normally just be like organs and whatnot. It's like the interior of their body is like a weird soup of like organ preserving fluid. So it's kind of like you could just like, if you had the equipment, you could like just open and like reach in like it's like a fucking plug and play. Like you could just reach into a specific spot and like just like drag out an organ or organs and check them. It's basically just because there's no real like connective tissue in like a normal body would, so it's like just a weird soup in the veins and pipes that like hold it all together. So it's like in some ways a bit easier to just look at.
Do you like does like Tamri fix themselves like often, or like themselves like alone, right? Or
Yeah.
do they always fix themselves with like other help?
They can do it themselves, but it's way harder. But it's like more time consuming, so it's easier with like medical professionals.
Well, in that case, one of the medics is actually a little more experienced on it, but
Mm-hmm.
they ask you to, at the very least, help a little bit on dealing with what's the situation, like what's wrong, right? And
Yeah.
what do you need help with? So, in this case, I'm assuming Tannery just, a little, I don't know, do you need anesthesia for this? Do you need to, like, be put out for a
Like,
bit.
local probably. It's more just, I think they're more like, they're not really squeamish about it. They're more like used to it. It's more just like a checkup of like, have any of my organs blown up? They don't think so, but it's like, would be nice to know one of them isn't like in on stage necrosis.
Right, so, I mean, like you mentioned, it's like a soup, right? So I'm assuming that opening it up is gonna be difficult, but what they can do is use, you know, one of those X-ray machines and so that can kind of look in for, you know, without having to open. So as they do that, I guess I would say maybe roll a dice for it to see how screwed up you are, if you want. Or you can just tell me if Terry is actually screwed up or not.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's roll a d20.
Just roll a d20.
I do like the idea of Tamri's
lord.
organs being a constant gamble.
So I mean, they do take notes that there is.
Yeah.
I would say, maybe like a singular perforated lung at the moment, and that's like the most extensive damage, which may explain the extra sleepiness they may be going through. With that being said, the solution here, let me think, what would doctors do to fix an organ?
I mean, in the case of Tamri, wouldn't replacement just be easier?
Yeah.
That's true, but what do they replace it with?
A new one.
Big plastic bag.
It's usually like either a mechanical bit they already have or like a biological bit. I would imagine. Yeah.
Plastic bag was serious, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright, well, the doctors kind of know that they kind of have to replace it with something mechanical, because again, they have a printer, this thing does everything, so they can just order one over to patch up this lung over here. So, I mean, like you mentioned, they're squeamish about it, right? Like being opened up, but
They're not squeamish about it.
they're not squeamish about
Because
it.
they're kind of used to it.
But they're completely fine being awake while doing it, right? I don't know how easy it is to open up.
Well, it's like, it's kind of like gelatin inside.
This
So
is
it's
it.
like, yeah, you
This
can
is it.
kind of just like cut open a part of the skin, then just kind of like have this like goo jelly, like slightly solid mess that you can just reach into.
Damn, okay. Well, considering following your instructions, also the form itself, explaining the details, they do this like live surgery for like a quick little, you know, replacement, which is delivered straight fast, like a minute later by a drone. And after that, they take off the malfunctioning piece, which I'm assuming would be like another metallic piece, right? Because just malfunction.
It's probably like a temporary mechanical that can then be like a biological thing later.
Yeah, and then they just kind of like a brief moment, they kind of fix up like the whatever bleeding happening in there, like getting tissue, and then finally staple on in the mechanical bit before finally zipping you back up. Which
I think honestly, oh sorry.
No, go on.
I think the closest approximation would be like their interior is something like a weird fucking starfish. Like it's just weird like glands and like bits and pieces. Like not really like human anatomy aside from there being like a skeleton and sort of the same organs. It's just like a weird soup of things.
No, that makes sense. Kissing it better has serious medicinal properties. You're right, Skip. So after that, you're kind of all patched up. You feel still sleepy, but a little bit better sleepy. Like you're active enough to go find something else to do.
Yeah.
For wrapping up the day. Say?
Yeah. They're gonna like of course like thank them and like sort of adjust a bit before probably following with Cherry into like a food area.
Right. Because for your Cherry, you just kind of tune up your robo arm, right? You don't have to do any surgery or anything, right?
Nah, it's just tightening up the screws.
You were just
and
outside.
making sure everything works and the joints are okay.
So you were just like outside, all done and proper, waiting for Terry to finish before moving on to the cafeteria. So
finally some grub.
Finally some grub.
So both
For
of you
real.
head over to the cafeteria. And you know, cafeteria is a little bit buzzy like usual. And not only that is yes,
Hey.
Mimi's there.
There's also a cat in the cafeteria.
Again, there's just cats around the base. They just chill. Like you look outside the doors, and sometimes they're just kind of there.
I mean, that makes sense, because it is literally an open area. Animals get around here and there.
Yeah. Well, it will keeps the base clear of rats.
Yeah.
That too. So, since you all go up to like the cafeteria, let me just pull up something here. Hold on. It's my cat.
Pull up the cat. Cat stats. Roll for cat.
Damn. Let's get a
Roll
rundown
to
on mini
the
real
cat.
quick.
Hold on, let me just throw down a dice for absolutely no reason.
If you roll a 1,
I rolled a 3, which
dang,
just
the
proves
cat
that.
just hisses at you and runs away.
I rolled a 3, which means that the dice are actually haunted.
I rolled a
'cause it's
12,
two
which
3s
means
in a
I'm
row.
cool fucking guy.
Yeah.
Total
17,
17, which means I'm the coolest.
We can put those together and make a 20.
True.
Yes. Hey, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay.
I had to feed my cat.
I won.
finally. But you won? What are you throwing dice for?
Don't worry
Just
about it.
having fun.
So, you know, cafeteria, right? And this is where basically, like, get the most that you can get, like, at a base, right? Which I'm talking about stuff like, let's see, like, you know, MREs and so on. But still, some cooks can still, like, whip up, like, a better stew that is, you know, much more appetizing than MREs in the case for Cherry, right? Because Cherry is more like a confectionery aficionado rather than MREs.
I was gonna say, we've got two characters with very different opinions on, like, the purpose of food.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Not really.
Is
No?
Terry fine with MREs?
What is it that again? I'm stupid.
Meals ready to
Terry
eat.
rations.
They're like fine. They just kind of like they also take a lot. Like probably not like the level of Cherry, but it's like they need like a lot of sustenance and like vitamins and like everything. They take like also get a lot of food.
I was gonna say, fucking MREs are probably good for them. They're made to
Yeah.
be filling, like, provide
densest thing
nutrients.
ever.
Yeah, they're not made to be great. Like, being good is this after
Hey,
effect.
hey, now,
Yeah.
some MREs in real world are like really good. Like the Italian
I'm not
one
saying
becomes, like, a
MREs
whole
are bad, I'm just
pizza.
saying it's not their role.
Yeah, but they take.
Do they got any bread rolls with the MREs?
Bread rolls, I mean, some, no, not really. MREs don't.
No, come on.
Okay. Why don't you roll for it? Why don't you roll for like a 1d10?
No, I was gonna roll to steal extra.
Oh, you could roll to locate bread roll.
I
Henry's
was
just
gonna
gonna ask
roll
if they
to
have spares.
stash some like bread rolls in you know in my pockets.
I guess
I
you just ask for more, right? Pretty sure you just ask
Henry's
for
just
more.
gonna like whatever Cherry's doing, just gonna like ask if they can have a bit more for both of them.
I was gonna say, they can just have Take's portion.
But it takes on there, is he?
Like, plus it can come back, I don't fucking know.
But like, I mean, you know, you get your food, right? I mean, straight like down, like at the end of the day, you are eating what you're being served, right?
Yeah.
Except for, you know, Cherry would just steal more extra afterwards. It just means she doesn't have to. And you can always ask, but if you want to steal, that's fine too. I mean, that's
Wait.
funny.
Wait.
We're only like in the middle of a war, you know.
If this is rations, then I'm assuming that each person can only get a certain amount.
Oh,
As
yeah.
is usually intended.
As is
Yeah.
usually intended, but
Yeah.
if,
They ration them?
yeah.
I believe that's the word, yeah.
I think so.
But,
So, if somebody just like left a roll on their plate to use the restroom real quick, can I steal that roll and roll to see if I actually get away with it or not?
I just like the joke of roll for roll. I just want to see it happen.
Yeah.
just go for it. There's like an unattended like ration on the table that has an unattended roll still.
Okay.
Roll
Okay.
a
'Cause I want to
1d20.
steal it.
Hang on,
How
before
do
that
I do that
happens.
again? / roll d20.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything.
It's all over for you.
What are these threes?
when you go, when you go to try and
These
take
are like
the
my
roll,
rolls.
when you go take the roll, the soldier that was eating comes back and he just catches you like in the moment of reaching your hand out for the bread roll.
You know we're supposed to represent the Union, right?
Chenry probably doesn't even know this.
Yeah, this is all happening. You're like facing the other direction.
Yeah.
The soldier just kind of shrugs it off and says you can have it. You know, just have it.
It's like too much effort for him to explain it. He's just kind of like, fucking whatever.
It's already weird enough to have somebody like her just trying to steal. Hey, you don't even eat it, just put it in your pockets. What the hell? That's even weirder.
Look, I need my rations for when we're actually in battle.
The snacking.
It's just really
He's
weird.
just
You just
eating.
take it and you put it in your pocket instead of eating in front of them. Like you sound like you were starving, but then you just don't eat it.
That's funnier, yeah, I
It's
like that
actually-
better.
It's a very funny mental image on of like the two most normal question mark looking of the party, just like being the ones that like probably eats like fucking animals when they're sitting down.
Teehee.
Well, Ruby does that. In your case, Tenry, you know, since you sat down to eat, but
Yeah.
you kind of like notice somebody else who's also like eating, you know, sits down next to you to eat, like in front of you actually.
Who the fuck?
They are clad like an LSA, like insignia and military gear, but they also look very like old. We're talking like white hair, like a bit of a beard as well.
Grandpa!
Like 70s or so old sort of deal.
7?
Yeah, something like that. 60s, 70s. Old, okay? Old
Didn't
guy.
understand what I said.
What?
I said 7 instead of
No.
70, and you were like, yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like the opposite of like bad faith. That was like a good faith interpretation.
But, you know, this Baron, you know, he kind of does take note of you, and he just makes like a little snarky comment, mentioning over that he also had his fair share of like dismemberments and losses and so on, and he pulls up like his leg, just a bit to show you that he has like also a prosthetic leg on his left leg.
Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Tenry's gonna like, they're gonna have like, they're gonna be like, because they are fucking hungry, like have that face partially stuffed with food, but kind of like acknowledge it very obviously, and being like, nodding understandingly, but clearly being in like, I can't answer you right now, type thing. Yeah.
No, he just goes on and says like, you know, with his other hand, like, you know, waving it off and says, "Oh, I get you know."
Hmm.
But he follows it up, you know, following up, making conversation, right? And he just kind of explains like the origin of like losing his leg. Oh, also Cherry. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm assuming
yeah.
Cherry's back as well. So,
Yeah, I'm back. I'm eating.
Teamwork.
the vet, you know, the guy just speaks up, and he just tells like this little tiny story about, you know, his old like LSA like frontline missions, you know, all the way back in Crucidium's history and so on and so forth. But the last thing that you mentions on, that you're actually one of the only survivors of Kairos' old missions. He name drops it, and then follows it up by saying that this whole experience, like this whole war, makes him like feel young again. But he just has like this slight feeling that this whole situation just stinks of those old damn furies.
Hmm. I think, yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
wait. What was the name of the thing again?
Which one? I said two names.
Kairos.
The name of the war thing. Like
Yeah,
one of the
the-
only. He was one of the only survivors of what?
One of Kairos' old missions. Kairos.
Oh, Kairos.
With a K.
Probably worth asking what that is.
Yeah. I was gonna say they're probably both gonna ask that.
Like the second the word comes out, they're both just like, huh?
Yeah.
You make it sound like
Damn,
you're
that's
part
crazy.
of
What is
it.
that,
Like
though?
you. Why is Cherry trying to be like, oh, I am also a resident Crucidium civilian. I know everything.
But then also immediately after going, yo, what?
Well, yeah. Well, this old man, he goes on to say that you take notice of his story. He just mentions on that it was actually part of one of the first time that the Vestins had like a little, their missions, their initial missions. It wasn't like a full-blown war, he explains, but it was one of those Spec Ops missions that has happened. And from there, he just mentioned that that Kairos was part of this Vestin elite force. He was never too sure whatever happened to Kairos, but he does notice that all this destruction and like all this rampant, fast warmongering, it just reminds you of how the tactics of the Furies were back then.
Hold on.
Sure. Oh.
Who's eating Tiber?
Yeah.
I'm also eating chips. I'm hungry. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. You've been eating so much McDonald's, Holly. What the hell? Damn, that's crazy. Due to a farming accident. What next on the typing line for Boozy? Oh, Bevan just kind of like laughs it off as you explain that it was like a farming accident. But he just says that each one has their own stories after all. And in the end, he just comments on that the benefit of having prosthetics that like you said, it can just be whatever situation you're in. Which he just presses a button like on his leg and shows how the foot like flicks around and turns into like a quick knife at the pointy end.
Oh, yo, okay, that's pretty.
Henry kind of looks like at that old model, like, I can't do that, huh? I was gonna say, Henry probably also just, like, explains their, like, condition and also, like, how their, like, entire planet was more or less rescued by the Union in regards to, like, facsimile clone moment. Yeah.
The guy does, like, appreciate you Union people. Like, he clearly doesn't have any disdain or anything towards Union people. So he appreciates you all for having like this little chatter in the midst of relaxation and so on.
Huh. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for what else Boozy has to type.
Wow.
Wow. He's not that impressed.
I was gonna say, Tenry is not even gonna try. There's nothing that arm can do other than being an arm.
Not that impressed.
Dang.
So, just to move on, but with that being said, like you kind of all, both of you have like your own food, you're like your little rest, and well, just the last thing, which is getting something extra to be used in a mission. It could be whatever you people want, like what else you want to like figure out and so on. I mean, in case of wrench too, obviously food more for the Mac, right? But actual useful gameplay stuff we're talking about here, which could be whatever you want. What exactly are you looking for, both of you? Restarting wrench 2.
Hold on.
What about your restart?
Huh?
What if I like just start to scavenge for parts to like modify my arm to be like a Swiss Army knife?
You can do that. I mean, you can always start like a project to improve your arm even better. If you want.
I've been inspired by this guy.
Okay.
I think I know where I want to go next.
That could be your downtime action. That makes sense, right? Because that's like the part of downtime actions. You can start big projects. I mean, I know all we're gonna do is Solstice Reign, but who knows? In the future, when we do the next mission, like the next campaign, you can have that downtime project like there waiting to be resolved in the next downtime, you know, because that's what's gonna happen. So you could say then that in your case, you decide, you know, mark your words and decide to like tune up your arm, right? So in the midst of you tuning up your arm, I'm just gonna make this for you. Later on your CompCon, I would like you to put on the bond section of your CompCon, right? Like in your pilot thingy. In the bond section, there's like a thing called new clock. You would like click on that, and then just type out, you know, new arm, like better arm or something, and then just add like 6 slices to it. That's how it would be. And then you get something awesome at the end of finishing it all up. So, but before you do that, I mean, I'll write it down myself here, but later on, do remember to do it whenever.
Yeah.
So, to get started on your new clock, can you like can you like roll, which would be, can you roll like a 1d20 plus 2, which would be like your hack or fix skill? Just type like roll 1d20 plus 2, like the plus thingy.
Okay.
Well, decide how much progress you get done today.
It says that a resolve string term. I don't. Okay, let me see if I can make this work.
There you go. Okay.
14.
14. So, in that case, you will add 2 slices to your clock. So, you're like 2 out of 6.
Do you want me to do that right now?
I mean, yeah, if you already have it on your CompCon, like in your bonds.
Okay, so add new clock.
Yeah.
And add 2 to it.
Yeah. 6
Okay.
slices. Put the name as, you know, better arm or something like that. And then
How do I change the name of it?
it's like the pencil icon on the CompCon, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I see.
Just do that.
Got it.
Alright. Just to keep it safe, because later you'll sync and give that to me. But that's you done. That's your stuff done. Later on when, you know, next campaign is on, you'll fix it and, you know, you'll improve it to make, like, help you, give you an actual benefit to it. But now you restart. What would you like to look for to improve on in your case?
I think Tenry wants to... I don't actually know. Can I think on it?
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm not actually sure right now.
Alts.
Okay, half, again, kind of like whatever action. We've mentioned Garcia a couple of times, but we don't know where he is or if he's even here. I'm gonna probably go try and look for him.
Sure. I'm so glad you asked.
He's like basically squad dead at this point, so like, please help us.
Looking for Garcia does take a while in your case, because again, all you were doing is just like in the mechanics and so on, doing your own little thingy. But since you decided to go look for Garcia, you kind of find him like around. I'm just gonna drag you over to like here. Although he's like around here, you spot him like a mile away because he's like very differently dressed from the green palette of the LSA
Notice
soldiers.
his cigar.
He's not smoking all this
Smoke
time.
plume.
He's busy, alright? He's more like a smoke signal. The Garcia is like speaking over to like a few LSA soldiers. And having you come up from behind, I'm pretty sure you just kind of interrupt whatever he's doing, right?
Okay,
I mean, how do you interrupt him?
I loudly. Loudly. This character is not one for subtlety. Sort of big, loud, happy, just like, hi, oh my god, I'm glad you're okay. Oh, that was bad. There was like a million and just starts like rambling about how difficult it was to get past like the fight.
Of course. So Garcia, you know, you say the last time you saw him was dealing with the last boss for civilians. He just kind of, you know, notices you over. He, considering that you're like fine, right? He doesn't have a sigh of relief, but he's just more or less lets out like a chuckle as he brings you all over and presents you to the LSA soldiers on the scene, like he was talking with. Garcia was like busy just explaining like a point of situation for tomorrow morning, but he just stops here for a moment to just introduce you, you know, saying like, and here is like one of our finest Lancer pilots that we have back at Rio Grande, you know.
Aww. Does like a just like the world's tiniest like hint towards posing, just being like ta-da.
Yeah, the LSA soldiers are, you know, they're not like like shocked or so on and so forth, but they kind of like nod up and down, like just take notice of how different you would be in their images, like in their minds, you know. Because everyone here is kind of like dressed up like a proper soldier. You kind of look like more of a ragtag
Cosplayer.
Yeah, cosplay would
Gremlin
be a better
creature.
nose.
Yeah. So not taking this war shit seriously seems to be the dress code.
Yeah, very much. Castillo here. You know, after that quick little presentation, you do feel like he's a little bit proud over the fact that you're here. And he's assuming that all the rest of you are also here, because you did just tell about the whole story and so on.
Oh no, yeah, a lot of that was using the word we.
Yeah, of course. He assumes so anyway.
Yeah.
But Garcia just wonders anything, just ask you anything you need from me. Don't worry, I'm a little bit busy right now, sorting out with something.
Asking for pocket money.
I'm gonna ask him if there was anyone on the bus that was like, if the kid's parents were on the bus, if they were like looking for, like, if there was someone who was looking for a kid that they'd lost that matches the description of said kid. Was that so? Because it was a civilian bus, right? And it was near-ish the area.
That's true. Well, the bus, I mean, he mentioned that the bus was not really headed to Saber, but you'll have to keep in mind, he's not entirely too sure right now, because
he's doing army things.
But, I mean, he recalls seeing a kid around here, but I'm assuming not anything of the sort of like a parent looking for their kid.
Alright, fair enough. What is this is just me also asking, like, these soldiers that are gathered here, was he instructing them as in he's their like superior about to be like, guys, we're doing the fucking yeah?
Garcia just explains that he here was just getting up here like a little bit more info on what the plan tomorrow is gonna be, which he actually reminds himself that tomorrow morning is gonna need you and the rest of you to gang up outside right on this spot before leaving, because he wants to give you all a quick briefing on what's the next steps forward when the day when you go out, right? So he just tells you like, when you wake up, come talk to me, all of you.
Okay. I mean, just ask sir, yes sir. There is probably not many characters here that will get that degree of respect, but this guy does. He's cool.
So, sure, one of those LSA soldiers here actually step up, and they probably ask if you're gonna need any help. Like they're asking you, not Garcia. Because they actually volunteer one of them volunteers to try and be a part of your excursion if you're gonna go on and do something. Garcia seems a little bit disgruntled that the soldier's asking this, but again, the question is for you, not for Garcia.
Big stupid smile and being like, you wanna go get the bad guys?
Of course. The soldier is also now followed by another one, and they like lead up and they say that they explain that they're actually like an anti-armor sniper team. They were gonna go over interested on the next mission on tomorrow morning, but if they can actually help all of you Lancers first before the mission, then they'll gladly take the opportunity.
Immediate high excitement, like little like bounces, just like yeah. All right, this is cool. You get like, show me your stuff. I got so many ideas. Let's go.
All right. So these two are actually an actual reserve. So this is a reserve, which is just a sniper team. But at the start of any combat, is like a one-time only thing. But at the start of any combat, you can call upon the sniper team to help you with fire support on the combat itself. So The way it works is just anytime you do a lock-on quick deck action, the target automatically takes 2 armor-piercing kinetic damage.
That's awesome.
So that is shield reserve. Only you, of course. Not the
Inventory item friends.
rest. Pretty much.
That's cool. Alright, and then,
Garcia just kind of like gives you a little pat on the shoulder as you get accepted with the sniper team, and he just tells them off that, well, tomorrow morning, he'll have to do something else, but you know, when you all 5 of you are rested up, he'll call upon the sniper team as well to sort out on the mission for all 5 of you. That's like exceptional.
very cool. I will probably end up telling everyone that at some point. Yeah, there's probably gonna be some bit where, like, inspecting the various, like, I imagine in the room with them in this little, like, military gathering area, they probably have their gear somewhere, and she's gonna be all excited and start rummaging around and looking at the big guns.
Yeah, of course. Pretty much. But yeah.
The only other things, like sort of running down my little, like, shopping list of ideas, the only other thing is, like, to find and check up on, like, the lost child somewhere and hope that they found the parents, and to, basically, at some point, I don't know whether it'll be before or after long rest, draw up little plans for the actual changes that we made to the mech in CompCon, and she's just, like, scribbling them on a napkin and gives it to the engineers.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, again, the kid is, like, kind of, like, on its own thing for infirmary and so on, so you can't... I mean, you can kind of go check, but it's really hard, and the day is only the day is only so short before you collapse from tiredness and so on, or, you know, mandatory resting time. You know, rest, that's an order sort of deal.
Yeah.
But that's fine for, like, the rest of your downtime. So, let's go over to... I mean, Tenri, are you done thinking, or...?
Also, last little bit, the way that I tell everyone, can I just do, like a group chat, like, at everyone where to be? Like, through our little, like, HUDs?
I mean, I go.
Or, like, okay, obviously for Take it goes straight to his brain. For Tenri, it probably shows up in that little, like, cyber eye. And then for, GB? Is that how you pronounce it? I think I remember that right.
ZB, I think.
ZB or GB, and Ruby, it just shows up as, like, I imagine, like, a little, like, PDA or, like, a little text or something. And it's just at everyone, and it's just, like, a photo of Archetype's feet on the ground, just, like, where she stood, and be like, be here. Like, she just pointed the camera straight down and was like, we need to be here.
Yeah, my garage.
Yeah. Awesome. Alright.
Alright, Tenri.
Continue.
I think Tenri's gonna spend their time making sure the new, like, lungs, like, new half lung is, like, as comfortable as can be. That's probably the works right now.
But I gotta give you some,
Just like,
some loot or something. Some delicious loot that
I mean, maybe something medical, morphine?
Yeah. Just, like, making sure, like, able to adjust or... yeah, just, like, maybe put in an order for something, just, like, trying to, yeah, get a good one.
Or you could actually, speaking of putting down orders, sorry to, like, jump in, but
That's okay.
while you're lying down on one of those little hospital beds, you could just have, like, a little iPad and just start, like, flicking through, like, a catalog of just, like,
I could
stuff.
just start shopping for fucking, yeah, prosthetic lungs.
TikTok.
These rock burger, thank you.
Yeah.
Very cute.
And
Clever man.
I guess I can give you is... I'm thinking. Let me just, you know, check something. I just need to check here. Well, actually, this would give you is like a new. Let me look at your triggers. Actually, I need to look at your triggers. I want to see what is Tenri good at.
Doing my pose counts as showing off, so I get +2 to it.
So in the case of Tenri, I could give you is like a pilot trigger, like a +2 to any pilot trigger you want, but also like any custom one that you want. So
Okay.
if you want like any specific pilot trigger you want to add on to your current one, or just come out with a new custom one, or just a new one.
I think word on the street. Having that one.
Sure, you can have yourself that one then. Because that's like equivalent to you getting more adjusted, also not only to like, you know, your organs and so on, but also to the fact that you kind of got a little bit more to know about the way how LSA military base deals with the infirmary and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's you.
Yeah.
And finally, ZB, tell to the world, what will you do for your downtime?
The munch.
I mean my chip. I'm starving.
Just
Hold
one.
on.
Dang.
I have Pringles. Hold on. We can do this.
Oh shit, what flavor?
Just salt. Salt vinegar.
Just salt.
We're being basic.
I just know
Like a
my
salt lick.
water bottle is completely empty.
I need
It's
those.
over.
They need to put me in like one of those photos with the mountain, like the goat just like chilling there on the side, licking the mountain.
Why is that any time I play Lancer I am pinged all over the place?
It's always when you want to do other shit, isn't it?
I'm always getting pinged. I'm famous like that. I'm a social guy.
Ping a ding ding. Or whatever they say.
They don't say that.
Okay, what about this noise? Hold on. What about that noise?
Huzzah.
We like that noise. Oh, here we go.
That's the first time combat targeting intrusion said, that's absolutely fair then. Okay. So, let me just look over here then. Alright, so in this case, what you can get is this is equivalent to your sister picking up. Yeah, I'm assuming here she just kind of does her own thing, right? So what I can give you, so what you kind of find out is a bit more like, you know, fine-tuning your mech with your, like your calibration and so on, which is basically the equivalent of just a simple accuracy bonus to a particular mech skill or any action for the duration of this mission, which would be like the upcoming combats, right? So if is there any like mech action or skill in specific that you like to give like +1 accuracy? Tech attack +1 accuracy? That's fair. Let me just write this down then here. Accuracy. Okay. You just have to keep that in mind for your thingies. I'm not sure. I'd have to check how to make it automated as well, but I'm pretty sure it is chill. I'll have to double check. Accuracy. Reserve. I have to check. I'll deal with it later. For now, it just like on your tech attack rolls. If you know get into combat, we'll probably get into combat. I just start with it at least, but just remember that. Either way, anything else Stargazer would like to do? That's incredible.
Aww.
She has coded successfully.
And a mix. Rodent sounds. That's brilliant.
It is honestly just beautiful. She is such a coder, such a hacker.
The world's most technological little grebe.
Which makes sense, honestly.
It does, yeah. Cool. I'm glad that we just have a little green, greeble creature. It's good. Our entire party is made of complete buffoons, which somehow still end up kind of capable.
Yes, that's true. Because in the end of the day, you all kind of crash and just kind of rest up, right?
Yeah.
So that is very important to know. So, I guess I would say that that's basically downtime sorted, right? So, let me just, cause just like also mentioned, but getting your license and so on, that was like very straightforward. It's like again, this is connected to the Omni and so on, but just to remind that each license is like a different corporation.
Ooh, I remember the thing I was supposed to do.
But tell me.
We were supposed to tell Garcia to turn on his radio.
Oh, is that what you do before you finally go to bed?
I'll say, well, that'll
Or just
be.
gonna say like next time you see him, because you're gonna have to have briefing anyway.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I forgot, which also means my character should probably forget. That makes it funnier.
No, I mean, it's like you wake up in the middle of the night, like, I have got
like,
to
oh,
tell
fuck.
Garcia to turn on his zombie hook. But...
The
So-
Squidward 3 a.m. just like.
So, let me just turn you over and bring you on over to... can I activate this? Yes.
Tactical
okay.
view. Oh yeah, it's the map.
So, I'm just gonna mention on
I'm
over.
gonna.
I knew that was coming.
So, 10 hours have passed. So let me just
Okay,
do
yeah.
some calculations, and I'm pretty sure it ends up at 9 p.m. is when you'll be waking up. 9 p.m. So if that's 10 hours. So time to do some clocks, which is pulling up these two damn thingies and do what I gotta do. Okay, so this goes down by 1, right? That's 1 filled up. Because now that's 1 6 hour gone, so this one goes down by 1.
Down to 5.
Down to 5, and then what's... So that's 1 hour, 9 hours left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes down by another. Then it goes back to full. That's 7 so far, so 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have like 3 left, essentially. That's 3 hours. I think. I
Alright.
hope so. I hope I'm not being like mistaken here on my math.
Sounds about right.
Alright. Just need to keep track of this, you know. Boop. And boop. Okay. So now let's just go. It's now 9 p.m. So I have to also change this. Currently, I have to put it to this icon. Thunderstorm.
Just like real life, which that's why my internet might go at any minute.
And now let's go back to forward upgrading the saber. And now let's proceed to 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. hits. You all wake up through your own alarms or just, you know, muscle memory like brain instinct or so on. You don't know, each of you kind of wake up like at your own terms, right? I'm assuming, like, I don't know, in the case of Take, just kind of like was like waiting there at the...
I was gonna say he wasn't really asleep to begin with.
Right, NHP pilots and so on. So how do you all like wake up like together? I just want to like have like, a little characterization all together, you know?
Aw. First off, panic. Remember that I was supposed to tell Cassie to turn on his radio and be like, "Oh fuck!" Like, run downstairs. I don't know. Assume that like all of the various like dumb shoulder pads and extra like armor bits are sort of like half attached upon arriving and like fastening them all on.
Garcia himself is like, you know, waiting at the place that you talk with him, like initially. But I'm sure that, I mean, everyone already knows they have to go there, but since everyone's still like kind of waking up, like this is like middle of the night, like 9 p.m. and so on. But yeah, obviously the first thing you gotta do is check up with Garcia. So I'm assuming like you just kind of storm out first, going over to Garcia. And
that's the
everyone
plan.
else.
Yeah, it's a straight line. It's not like an L shape. Go to the people and then there. It's like bed immediate to the place. Ah!
Everyone's kind of left behind
Um,
for a bit then.
I was gonna say, yeah, Tay could probably be the one waking everyone up. He was just watching the clock to begin with.
Aw.
Right.
Well, he is the alarm clock.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see, he starts banging on the door. Wake up!
Wake up!
Um,
Wake up!
Cherry just kind of wakes up with like, you know, half of the bed sheet off the bed because she is a very relentless sleeper in the sense that she just wakes up like tangled up, if that makes sense.
No, I mean,
She moves a lot in her sleep, and so she just spends her time getting her hair up in like donut shapes or whatever they are.
that must take so long.
I was gonna say, I think
But that's
Henry
cool.
sleeps so like soundly and like a stone, but like especially because of the new lungs, but also normally like they snore loudly.
Oh,
They like snore really loud. So that's something. If you don't fall asleep before he does, or like they do, then it's like you're gonna be hearing that for a while.
It's fucking over.
Yeah, they snore loud.
And what about you, ZB? Oh, that's all Bessie. Oh my god! She's quick.
She loves coffee.
Well, first, tell the archetype. You just like going out
Rick doesn't
screaming
even
at
sleep with
Garcia
them.
then?
Maybe not,
Henry
maybe
sleeps
not
with
quite
only having one
screaming.
arm on.
Maybe not quite screaming, but like run a couple of steps, trip a little bit because the shoe isn't tied, hop, continue forward, land, be out of breath, and just be like, "Hey, by the way, I feel bad. I forgot the name of the mechanics lady, but to be honest, that's probably in character and say, head mechanic lady told me to say that you should put your radio on. By the way."
Was Rio actually?
the
You're like
Omni-Net.
omega mistaken, which is even
Was it?
funnier. Yeah, Rio did it. Rio told
I
you.
thought it was her. I mean, yeah, if you want her to be like ultimately incorrect, that's even funnier. Or you can say, well, either that or just the underscore lady told her to. Doesn't specify which one. The lady told somebody that you have to put your OmniNet radio back on.
Ah, and I gotta see a reg response. Ah, that's so, huh? Alright then. I'll see what she has to say then before we get this briefing started. Go on and get everyone else over here while you can. Sure you can you? You know, Garcia just kind of motions over back to like the tent.
Turn around, hop, wave everyone to come over because the shoe still isn't fully tied. Hop, still hopping.
Hype away my lovely characters. I've already been drone striked. What the hell? Oh my god, Garcia's already been
There's a
drone.
giant rock where Garcia used to be.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Enough, leave Garcia alone. He doesn't even have a cigar right now. The cigar in the image is imaginary.
Phantom cigar.
Yeah. That's Metal Gear 5, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I only just remembered.
Garcia's been drone striked. That's so funny, man.
I suppose that is true. In a really bad scenario, I could attach all of my bombs to Gizmo and just fly it at someone.
That's psychopathic. Thank god I have like these.
That's a great
I love
idea.
this thing not fucking working.
No! You gotta see the bouncing little text bubble.
Yeah, but how do I make it appear?
It's left click.
I don't know.
I always just there. I just left.
Oh, I figured it out.
I mean, I would say that you all kind of like slept for like what, 6-7 hours or so,
Oh wait,
maybe more.
this is before we meet up with Garcia? Shoot.
No, we're meeting up now. He's just in the tent.
This is like
Yeah, you're
as
just
it's
out there right
happening.
now. You're all getting together first.
Oh, okay. Well, imagine what I said is happening like while he's talking.
3 minutes from now.
3 minutes
Yeah.
now. We'll have to remember that one with your time traveling powers.
There's probably a fucking Horus mech that can do that.
Content.
Aww.
Blood has not closed his eyes at all.
Eyes.
single lens. They call blood the camera.
Look how these beautiful pilots interact and having the time of their lives.
Aw,
And it's
yeah, they're
the
cute.
9 p.m.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is fun because I imagine like the place is only artificially lit now. They've got like streetlights and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Breath of the Wild ass soundtrack.
I gotta turn it down.
ODST's good as hell.
I know.
It's good as hell.
He's down 9 times, swap to the piano only version.
Yeah.
Welcome to bedtime, pilots.
More like a long day of eating.
I was gonna say, yeah, even though these guys are professionals, that was their like first official, in quotes, official deployment. So
Yeah.
having the team be like alive and well and happy, honestly, more than anything, is like, damn, these guys, these guys are pretty cool. They're doing it. Yay, good for them.
Of course. So,
You should drop into a deep sea on the floor for hours.
that's just how it is for every tabletop player. Just passes out.
Yeah.
My mind becomes completely broken after any session. Because I'm stuck in the moment of still thinking of session, but not actually in session. That is so funny. Burger, you gotta stop making funny characters.
I'm not trying.
Sorry, but an
It's
NHP
over.
learning these things is so funny. Alright.
It's fucking over for Take.
Take learns about what sleeping is. But also, can you say that sleeping is a stupid thing?
Dumb as hell. I don't care.
Stupid as fuck.
Hey, dogs. This is like a violation.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's like insurance against that.
That is. I mean, it's honestly, it just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he just has terms and conditions built in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aww.
That is adorable. Wrap up this conversation with the last statement of Wrench 2.
Zoop.
Just gives like a big loud ass honk.
Give him shoes.
So now like a little conversation and I'll head it on over to the meeting spot for the briefing. Garcia, you know, all of you arrived there first. Garcia's like busy in his tent, but he eventually like comes out and gets on with business.
He
So-
says, "Shut up."
Does he have the cigar?
It's true. Before like beginning on the briefing, he pulls out his cigar, lights it up,
Let's go.
puts it in his
Let's
mouth.
go!
We're back.
Everyone's just saluting at this point. Alright, so now with cigar in mouth, lit up and so on. You all like gather around like a stacked pile of supply crates as well as a parked van. And Garcia, you know, kicks it off. First things first, Garcia speaks on about your exceptional performance, right? Like he has managed to speak with Kim and Rio. Now thanks to Archetype's little warning there, he managed to hook up with like a mechanic over. In fact, he also just forgot about hooking up the Omni hook generally. He was just too busy dealing with the other soldiers to report back onto the ship.
Yeah, bro's a busy guy.
So he just speaks on over about the another extra little bonus for you all, which would be awarding you all with 2 extra sets of more quote-unquote exotic material for you to share around. So
A bomb.
this is also the other part
Screw bombs.
of downtime, and also the other part of this like campaign changes. You cleared 2 nodes, right? And since you cleared 2 nodes, that is equal to 2 exotic items for you to share as a team. What does this mean? It means that I will offer on to you, let me just count here. 1, 2, 3, 4 exotic items, and I want you all like as a team like pick and choose which of these 4 you could take 2 of them for yourselves. So I don't know exactly how to present this, so I'm just gonna have to like copy and paste. I'm just gonna like take screenshots and you can I don't know how to like present this, okay? I can't copy and paste because this is like straight from like the I'll just post it here in the channel session. So to read on away, enjoy yourselves and your good times, and decide as a team, hey, I want this to add to my mech, because you'll have to change a lot out for these. Please read away and tell me. There, that's all 4 of them. So read at your pleasure, like what it does and so on. But 2 of these are
Taking none of this shit.
Okay, that's sorted out. What about the rest of you? Any takers? Any specific thing that sticks out? Just, you know, this is like permanent gear, right? This is permanent rent like gear that is not found in any license. So this is quite frankly the rarest thing you can find on Lancer.
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. I gotta read this first.
Sure. This is all within the context of you know, what Garcia said. This is like all of, you know, the extra bonus, which would be like, you know, in the background added to your mech as needed, based on what you like agreed to taking, right? So
There's cool things. The second one is really cool.
it is.
I haven't finished reading the second one.
You don't have to read the whole flavor, okay? It's okay.
Huh.
I mean, obviously the third one has the bomb connotations, which is sick. But also, I already have the big airstrike thing, so I'm not gonna like say me. So you know, if someone else has something that
This
jumps
is
out,
team equipment, just so you know, like.
Who's using a standard ass rifle?
I've been using a standard rifle lately.
Yeah, but this one's like special. Like
I was
critical
gonna
hit
say it
gives lock-on.
might be worth getting the XCBR because that will like give Ruby a better gun, but also like if Ruby's getting hits, that'll assist all of them.
very true. I think we should do that one.
So Ruby, will you take the XSRB rifle?
Sure.
You'll have to
I mean,
replace one of your things. Just
Yeah.
remember, you can replace your flex mount with it. Just so you know, I think.
Yeah, but isn't
Oh,
Isn't
hold
my
on.
flex mount the Nexus Lite?
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, sorry. See, bye.
It's the Lancer devs, they're killing him.
How dare you mess with the pre-written campaign? Die! The only reason I'm looking at that second one is because the free action that can't be an attack effectively would allow me to do like a whole regular person's turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Damn, that call was
Fine with
fast.
that.
Yeah, so what did you just tell them to go away? What was the call?
But no, it's just I was just being my friend. Don't worry about it.
No,
I'm
no.
worried,
But yeah,
you ain't got long
active
to live like this.
active assist is once per scene. It's basically like another initiative from the GMS Everest, but you know, quick action of choice. Can't be an attack or forcing a save. That's like, you know, I think a system.
I was gonna say, hold on, I have the cheat sheet thing open for all of the action economy stuff. Boost, hide, tech search, repair, active. There's a few.
Also, the fact that it gives you a talent that you don't have. Don't forget
Oh,
that
yeah.
part.
How does that like work? What is
Just-
considered a talent in this game again?
It's those skills that you have as a pilot to use in mech combat. It's anything that you qualify for.
The one that I like wasted 2 slots for, right? Yeah, I remember. I mean, I'm gonna put that out there as like a flavor option if nobody wants to pick up anything, because obviously the Predator Nexus thing would probably be badass if we put it on the one of the 2 tech characters.
It ignores invisible. That's all it does.
Yeah.
It's still like a Nexus in yen, but it's also
Right.
a way better Nexus. It's like a main Nexus, not like a flex Nexus.
Flexus.
Flexes.
Patency advanced charges. These are, yeah, energy grenade against lock on a success. Huh. I mean, that's cool. I don't know. Yeah, like I would be cool with either the bomb or the other AI. If anyone wants to
Again.
say anything else, like please do.
Ruby, you can take the You can take the battle rifle and discard your 2 Nexus lights for it. It's just another rifle for you to have.
So I'm getting the XCBR battle rifle,
Yeah.
and you said what else?
And the other one would be the Adjunct class Compcon, which I think Oltz wants to take.
Yeah, well, if no one's got any objections, I think that would be
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
like, if nobody else wants any of this,
Oh, I'm fine with you having that.
the Adjunct class, you can only take 2 out of these 4. Like, that's a team thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and I also already have the bomb, so I don't really mind if someone else wants to do like their thing.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do either, so you folks just go.
Yeah, I've not got any particular.
What about you,
Quest.
Holly? You chill?
I was gonna say, I saw you typing, Holly. Please speak. Please.
Let me just... I'll modify the mech inside of Foundry so you don't have to, like, do anything specific. By the way, just remind me, that AI tag system, if you want. Sure?
Yeah, I'll let you do it. You do it. Yeah, because
Right,
then
make
the next
sure.
pack will benefit from it. Yeah, it's another NHP that will count towards the damage.
So let me just, in your case, Ruby, let me just remove here the...
It was also partially why I was like, I too can use my medic spark, even though I've never used it yet.
I can't remove these damn thingies. Please. There we go.
Yeah, no, it's why my mech gets like a weird amount of hugs, because it's my friend. That can shoot little lasers out of it.
There we go.
Understandable. I mean, we could flip a coin to decide which one of us does it, because neither of us are particularly like forcing it. You want to do that? Okay. Because this game doesn't have coins built in, I'll do a D20.
You can flip a coin.
Is there a coin function? All right. I'll sit. I don't know.
think
Mine's
it says
heads. Yours.
flip. No, it's... there's like a coin. I need to look it up.
I mean, I was gonna say we can just do D20 and results 1 to 10 is mine. 11 to 20 is yours.
But there's like a specific little coin, like a funny little coin. Look, if I roll a 1d20, it's gonna show me a coin. Yeah, there it is. Sort of.
Alright. That's just how D2 is. I don't know, I guess.
Just flip it. Roll it.
Alright. I'll do the big dice. Yeah, 110 it goes on to mine, 11, 20 yours. That's a 2!
Oh my god.
I guess it belongs to Sweet Tooth. That's... What a... Why? Okay, at least it's a bad roll in like a safe location. At least we're not getting shot at.
Pilot narrative. Can I drag and drop this here?
I'm saying rolls like that in the encounter or I'll cry. Honestly, I will also cry.
You'll be fine.
I won't cry, but I will be upset.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just also add this in. So Ruby has the X. I already went ahead and put it on your mech. Not on your ComCon, just inside of Foundry. But it's already there.
Oh, okay.
By the way, a question, Boozy. What about your prototype weapon? Do you keep it like as the hammer, the melee weapon? Or do you want to like swap it for something else?
I don't really have any melee weapons.
Well, that's your prototype. You probably can either be a melee or like a thingy.
Let me check my mech again.
It's in your talent. The prototype talent.
Yeah.
You also have to roll 1d6 plus 2 to determine how many uses you have of it.
It's 1d6 plus true.
Plus true!
True and real rolls.
He's just Garcia with the true emoji. True.
So is the 1d6 plus 2 the amount of uses I have, also how much damage it does?
No. The damage it
How much
does...
damage does it do?
The damage it does by default is... Let me see. Limited 1d6 plus 20. Damage is always 1d6 plus 2. It's either kinetic, explosive, or energy. So you choose which type of damage it will do during combat.
I'm low-key thinking of changing it to a gun just because I am never within melee range.
He says. For now.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared to change it. Because I already have a rifle. I have 2 Nexus lights. I have an anti-material rifle.
No, you don't have the Nexus lights anymore. You have the battle rifle.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that's even better.
You can keep the melee just in case, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'll just keep the melee then.
Okay.
Just in case it comes up.
Alright.
I mean, I can move 5 now, so at least I can move a little more.
So, kinetic, 1d6 plus 2. Melee. Hammer.
Okay, now that I know that this thing is happening, can I do like mech changes on CompCon?
What do you want to change?
Because it requires 3 system points.
Alright, for the... You're getting it then? I thought it was Stargaze that got it.
No, well, the roll did put it on mine, although I might just forcefully give it to them.
Oh. You have 5 limited uses of it. Okay. That's all.
Actually, yeah, what is your... Holly, what is your mech's, like, setup? Like, what's the system
Spark.
points?
Do you not benefit from Mimetic Spark with it?
I was gonna say, yeah, well, both of us have it, and both of us have, like, a billion AIs chilling in the mech. But I want to know what other system point things you've spent on. So that I can tell you to take them out and put this thing instead. It's all the stuff where we put the, like, armament redundancy and, like, custom paint job and all that crap. Because the Javelin rockets that I added take up 2, and I don't want to drop those because they're really good. I mean, I could drop grenades, like just actual throwable grenades.
Man, you're not really using them, are you?
No, yeah, I suppose I could get rid of those.
I was gonna say I'm rocking grenades too, so it means that we still got that area covered.
Yeah. Although, yeah, the talent does benefit from them, which is why I want to use
I
them.
mean, you can always
Hmm.
load like another talent onto the adjutant class, just so you know.
True, true. Alright, fine, I'll use it. Fine, I'll figure it out in a minute. I'll use it. Right. Sorry.
Sort it out. Sort it out, and I'll swap it on
Kicks
your
dirt.
actual
Jeez
actor sheet.
Louise.
Yeah, no,
Just-
I'll do the changes in a bit. I assume are we gonna jump immediately into a fight where it would be relevant?
I mean, we still have like what, an hour to go still.
We
Okay,
do?
yeah, I'll play with the toys for a bit.
Okay, all right. You figure it out while I sort out this situation here.
Situation.
Just figure out your mech load and just tell me so I can change it in Foundry.
Mhm,
Anyway, so that being said, again, this all just kind of happens like in the background, like the new toys and so on. And like this is just stuff that the unit just kind of knows. All right, they just kind of know who to give it to. It'll be a little bit embarrassing that only 2 out of 5 got something new, but everybody else can get jack shit. But that's all they can like spare right now. So, what was I? Right. So
Why would it be embarrassing?
So exotic items sorted out, right? And Garcia speaks on over about the actual briefing. Takes a quick puff of smoke after explaining the exotic items, and then he kind of points on over to like the distant like armada that's kind of being like set up right now. Like, do you see like in the distance like a bunch of LSA soldiers like grouping up, like geared up and so on, like a few APCs and so on. And Garcia speaks of how the LSA soldiers here are gonna be like part of a coordinated push, but the players, I mean not the players, the Lancers won't be a part of it for the time being. There's like different plans at stake right now, and the current plan right now that Kim has suggested over actually during their conversation was to take care of the jamming system that's currently still at play ever since the assault began. So, here's what it's gonna be. Right now, they just know that there's like the Vestans have deployed a virus. I mean, no, not the Vestans have deployed a virus. I mean, the Vestans have deployed like the jamming system around the whole Nova Elysia, and because of that, it's making communications like basically nigh impossible, right? So, as it stands, since the LSA want to do a coordinated push, they will definitely benefit from having proper communication, and for that, Kim has suggested that the Lancers here take care of the jamming system to not only, while not indirectly helping towards acquiring Banerjee and Ferris back, but it'll certainly help over with LSA on gaining more ground and more control over Nova Elysia, which can essentially make it easier to find Ferris and Banerjee. So the plan is that Rio has set up a virus that she has uploaded onto all of your mechs, and with that virus you can you want me to like pause the briefing?
We can probably catch him back up.
Okay, so with the virus uploaded onto your mechs, right? You'll have to head on over to the source of the location of the jamming systems right now. So that is one step that you can do, but having better communications will certainly help everyone. And since I feel like I'm obligated to say this will matter on over towards the hold on, I should actually activate this. So let me just change this real quick. One moment. And do this. Okay, it loaded, right? The little
Yeah.
extra part? Okay. So, we're gonna have to be moving on, just so everyone's in the clear. This part is what I've revealed, so please read on over.
The militarized zone.
So, let me just reveal onto you all. Why are spies not up there? It's just oh my god, hold on, man. I'll turn you into like a little Swiss cheese. Look, there you go. There's your sprite.
Oh. Look at you with your little knife.
And there's takes, right? See? Little mortar. Yeah, not everyone's done yet. Yeah, there's supposed to be a chain axe, there's like a minigun now, and so on
Hey,
and so forth. So
Yeah.
Listen, some of us took a very long time to make our mech changes.
Yeah, I took way too long. I'm sorry.
I would have had it done.
I didn't.
So let me just reveal this.
Ooh, red line. Red line. Machine head. Come on, Ghoul, you're right there.
What?
I said red line, and then I got excited and said red line slightly faster.
Oh yeah, I didn't think. Sorry.
No!
See, so this is like a new node that you can venture into. Again, a reminder that this is 1 hour, but going from train depot to residences will be 2 hours. So
Okay.
that's how it works, right? So that's one part. And continuing on, Garcia mentions on over. Actually, I should probably pull up this and put a stop to this because we're no longer chilling now. So let me just do this. And okay, so Garcia, moving on. Garcia just mentions on again. That's the plan. If you want to like make things easier for LSA and make things easier for a little bit for yourselves as well, there's the jamming that you can solve together. Second, other part of the mission, other thing is that he mentions over that anti-air is still a huge problem, and Kim requested to deal with that as soon as possible, like as soon as possible ASAP, because that would also help with getting more Union soldiers back on the ground, and also help all of you get around much easier, because with that it will help you have access to the drop ships, which will help you maneuver around Nova Elysia much easier, which would, you know, just mean that you can go from one node to another without having to travel.
Yeah, like fast travel.
Yeah, basically it's just a one-time use fast travel. That's like your reward for clearing the train depot, at least.
Alright, that's got my attention.
So once again, that is at the train depot. You already knew where to go. And lastly, Garcia mentions that, you know, this is more like his own personal opinion, but he has absolutely no doubt that the Vestans arrived through Nova Elysia through amphibious units. He definitely knows, well, not definitely knows, but this is like his gut feeling, like his war experience, that the only way to explain this sudden, fast invasion throughout all of Nova Elysia must have come from amphibious maneuvers. He also overheard it over like LSA soldiers and also civilian accounts that the sudden invasion of the Vestan troops it just came and went. Like they came from the harbor and they also went into the harbor. So let me just, so that's more of like personal opinion at the moment. And obviously you are all free to take it if you want. Like this is like his own personal mission that he has towards you. Let me just reveal this and this. Alright.
Options.
That's right. You have 3 nodes to go to. They all have their own rewards. And finally, to wrap it up, this little briefing, he just mentioned that he's got like absolutely nothing over to about Ferris and Banerjee's whereabouts. He's already tried asking whoever he could, but none of the soldiers here know exactly where such VIPs could have been taken to. But he just has like this little hunch that the Vestans must have set this whole invasion just to get up these VIPs and interrupt with negotiations. So, and finally, to conclude the briefing, he takes one last puff of this cigar smoke, and and finally he just mentioned that that's pretty much all he got for all of yous. Lastly, he mentions on over like the sniper team that you have to stand by on ready. Just give them a call as needed, and they'll help you out when they can. Through like,
That's awesome.
You know, you have your thing archetype.
Yeah, the middle dudes.
And finally, he just has to mention that he has to need to go sort out any of the remaining soldiers, like see what he can do to help with the coordinated push that's coming up. And once again, he's just always counting on all 5 of you that you've really like exceeded expectations here. on all like completely. So that's that's the briefing. That's literally the briefing, and this is the part where you tell me what to
Okay.
next.
Yeah, what's
Before
next?
I was before where next, way back before being given cool free things, he was like, "Damn, you guys did good. You know, well done." Immediately, Sweet Tooth, who's probably currently in various pieces, is like, you know, mental connectioning to the helmet and being like, "Everyone is so proud of us. They love us. We're the best."
It's true. Right now, you are definitely
Just
carrying. Well, you're not carrying, but as so far, you've really proven your worth as Lancers.
yeah, but it's like the moral support of this giant robot AI being like, "Yay, we are good." As for my actual answer, the train depot was where the AA stuff was, right?
Yes, Train Depot
So-
has the anti-air stuff. Residences has the jamming system. Because just a reminder that the coordinated push will happen at dawn, so it'll be very helpful too for the LSA to have their communications cleared up before doing so.
The train makes, at least in my opinion, the most sense because from there we could get anywhere instantly, right?
Yeah, it allows access to the dropship.
So it's the one that has the least amount of like drawback to doing it, which probably makes sense because it's still in the blue zone.
It's true.
My second pick would probably be the radio one though, because it is actually just the closest.
Are you talking about the train depot?
No. Sorry, the radio. I fumbled my words. The radio jammer site would be my second like pick. The train is the primary one though, is what I would say.
I was gonna
Okay.
say we gotta pick up our guys. That's like the main reason we're here.
Yeah, like you're
Yeah.
on a time limit. Just so you know, you have 23 hours have passed. I think. Yeah, I mean no, I think so. I'm thinking because you had 36 startle. You have until 12 a.m. I think, or is it 12 p.m.? I'm not sure how it works, but you have some time. Okay, you have some time still to spare, but just you know.
I don't think 23 could hold on because each combat is 1 hour, right?
Yes.
So
Combat
it
is
would
1
be
hour. The traveling is all depending on
So
what you're doing.
first combat travel, second combat travel. That's 4 hours, and then we were at the base for 10, right?
Yep.
Or for longer, so that'd be 14. That's a lot smaller than the actual. Unless you were describing the total amount of time.
Sorry, I'm horrible with time.
No,
But-
that's fine. It's just the difference between 14 and 23. I was like, oh.
Sorry.
No, that's good. It's good. I wanted to make sure that we weren't suddenly on like the shortest
I mean-
timer ever. Go on.
Again, basically, using the dropship will have access to, it'll take you from anywhere to anywhere in one turn. Basically, that's
Yeah.
just 1 hour. But again, that's the
Sick.
benefit. But
That sounds like the most useful one.
residences
Yeah.
would help with LSA, do their coordinated push at dawn. But there's also like other extra goodies as well, which is clearing up the whole radio jamming and system can help you a whole lot more to dealing with other things as well.
Yeah.
One thing I can tell you, at least for the reward as well, for the residences, not only like other specific rewards, but also the fact that it'll let you call in like a specialized LSA mech to help you in an encounter, which would be like an ally NPC. I can at least tell you that, so you know what you're getting out of doing the residences.
Yeah. I'm thinking though we could ideally do the in what 1 hour travel time, 1 hour combat, 3 hour travel time. That's before the sun comes up, I think. Oh, we have a question. Example, hypothetically, if we were to do it's
And,
3
well, yes,
turns.
that is 3
Yeah.
turns. Yeah, you can do that. You can absolutely do that.
2 turns.
I mean, I think. Man,
It's the increased number of encounters on the road,
well,
which like isn't that much of a problem.
I think it still counts 3 hours though. I mean, I'm not sure because man, I didn't really think this through. Going through it. Well, when you go around the node, it still is 1 hour, just so you know. Even if you've cleared it.
There you go then. Yeah, that makes sense. No, yeah, if we succeed in the trend thing, we could just do a insta travel to the radio place and still have time to do both.
Yep.
I don't hear any objections, Ghoul. You understand this game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you
Yeah.
object to
I'm
the
nodding.
plan?
I know
Alright.
he's not here, but I'm sure he would agree with it.
Alright, cool.
So,
I'm using
I'm
my
letting
new...
you people do the decision. I'm just like, it's only if it's like gonna blow us up I would say something.
I'm using my new talent as having the leader fucking perk to say that, yeah, that's the one we're gonna do, I guess.
Alright, so it has been anonymously decided to go over to Train Depot.
Yeah, Holly's typing something. I might actually...
Oh,
Yeah, pretty soon.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also kind of needing to go because I am absolutely starving to death. I'm literally cherry right now.
That's
Well,
okay. Get that bread.
I mean, we can either like pause or just really stop for the day. I guess.
I think it's fine. A fine time to. I'm so hungry. I think it's a fine time to stop
Okay, that's
because
fair.
if we have a break, it'll take a while, and then it'll.
Okay, so in that case, let's just do 1d6 to determine what it is. I said 3. No encounter. You
Damn.
you just get there. It's fine.
Well, that makes it
go.
easier, I guess.
Yeah, there's no